I can't put in the words how I feel. Where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody don't love me quite like you. Can't even deny it. Every time I try it, when I look in my eyes, you know I'm lying, lying, lying.
Okay, my bad, guys. The Wi-Fi completely sucks. I'm on my phone right now. So listen, we are gonna have a long live. I'm gonna get my Wi-Fi set back up on it, gonna go back on the computer and log in with y'all. But we are gonna have a long live, okay? Um, we got a lot of things to talk about. Um, okay. And this how we're gonna start off the line first. We're going to start off with um Jaguar right first. And then that's when we're gonna go ahead and start off with everybody else. Now I'm gonna add Royce to the lineup. She's not on here, but I am gonna add her. Let's see what I'm saying. This boy got all this stuff on it. Royce to the lineup. And the reason I'm going to add her is because she has some things to say about Dwight Howard. Now, Dwight Howard, the last time we checked, is getting, well, he's engaged to, um, John, I'm sorry, I seen something that caught my eye. He is engaged to Amy Luciani, which a lot of people in Atlanta was very, very weird. It was like, she engaged to him? Like, what the hell? So, yeah, she's engaged to Dwight Howard. We all heard some things about Dwight Howard, okay? So, he's been trying to silence Royce for years. They do share a child together who is a teenager. I believe he should be, I say the age range from probably 15 to 18, somewhere around there. We're gonna put that age range there. And he has been trying to silence her for years. Okay, I'm gonna go back on here on the what you call it. We're going on the computer. We're gonna finish this conversation. It's crazy. I got to stream two different ways because this Wi-Fi is ridiculous, and I pay for it. He has been trying to sit here and basically silence her for years, for a very, very long time. Um, and it's very strange because I thought it was kind of weird that he has been trying to silence her. Okay, okay, great. So let's go to Instagram. And she has a lot to say. Okay, so Royce basically has been telling everything. She says she's not being quiet any longer. Any longer. Um, she says she's tired of being quiet. She is tired of, Dwight Howard trying to silence her his whole career, her whole career. Royce is tired. This has been going on since Basketball Wives. He didn't even want her on Basketball Wives at one point. Okay, so we're gonna shout out to Live Bites on Instagram. If you guys want to follow, trying to see if I can find it because she did post it. But I'm gonna have to go to her page because they post a lot over there. Then we're gonna go back. Royce. And Royce has been doing good for herself. Royce is, she left Basketball Wives. They say she was supposed to come back. She said she wasn't coming back. Royce has been in about 2 or 3 Tubi movies, okay? Still dancing, she has a dance team in her home city, Orlando. She graduated from an HBCU. Royce is doing very well for herself. So I would think that for her to move on, it shouldn't be a problem. Like, okay, so she saved these posts from 2000 when she talked about what happened in 2007. We're going to go to her page. Let me screen share with y'all. We're going to start with that first. And we're going to go to Love and Hip Hop. Okay, this is Roy's page. It's her Instagram, okay? And that's her son.
Hey y'all, it's Royce. And due to a lot of recent occurrences that include lies, fabrications, false accusations, threats, etc., I realized that it's about that time for me to tell my story from the beginning to now. Unfortunately, someone keeps calling my bluff. And when you're an ant fighting an elephant, the only way to eat an elephant is bite by bite. Therefore, I want to let you know that I am a true Cancer zodiac. I told you to leave me alone. I told you not to fuck with me, yet you still do. So, because of that, I am not Michelle Obama. When they take it low, I do not take it high. I take it to hell. And now, you're going to get what you asked for. I had a baby by Superman, and here's his fucking kryptonite. Hey, y'all. I'm Royce. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm going to get this out. So, this is my story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004 to now, all because I had a baby by Superman. Part 1. July 31st, 2004, I was at the movies at downtown Disney with two of my friends. When three male figures walk in, one looking to be about an inch away from being a midget, the other very skinny and he had a bad acne problem, and another one who is extremely tall. As they come over to the concession stand, we are greeted with, "Y'all in my book." Our response was, "What?"
That sound like the White House saying that too. I ain't finna lie to you. He talks like that for real.
Book. He goes, "My yearbook." I then respond, "No, sweetie, I'm grown." He goes, "No, my magic book. Y'all used to dance with the magic." Oh, 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 yes, yes. He's like, "I'm the rookie." Oh, hey. That's how that went. Okay. And he was talking about, oh, y'all not dancing this year, that we left them with the Lion King. Like it was just, it was a bunch of niceties and goofiness. And that was it. He still had braces. It was nothing. So we go to see The Notebook, and they go to see something that I used to think was Transformers, but it was something along those lines. I don't know. Maybe iRobot. I don't know. Anyway, about 10, 20 minutes into our movie, I go to the bathroom because I am now in a full-blown like argument with my then boyfriend, who is breaking up with me because he is swearing that I'm at the movies with a dude. Obviously, I am not, but he was very insecure, and it was just an ongoing thing with us. So we broke up that day, and I was devastated because what? I got dumped. Anyway, walk out the bathroom, and Superman is sitting there on the bench. And he goes, "No one should have."
The fact that she gotta refer to him as Superman and not sit here and say his name because of the things he did. I'm gonna move on to the next one, but did go on to say she told the same story to Carlos King that he did that I think his manager at the time basically said that he was supposed to portray as single, and basically that nobody need to know that they were together and so forth or know anything about the baby. That's what was said before his career. When she went on Basketball Wives, she did talk about it. She never mentioned who her baby father was. We all knew. I think one of the girls, somebody on there had mentioned it and said she was a cheerleader that got knocked up by him. He never watched her. But let's be honest, Dwight Howard was just married to somebody that was a gospel singer, had two kids, had a child with her as well, and they are divorced. This woman has said the same thing. And to be honest with you, after this woman came out and said the same thing, he did the same thing that he's trying to do to Royce, which is silence her as well. So I just hope, but Amy is careful because Dwight is not who she thinks she is.
Hey, y'all. It's Royce. And this is my story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004 to now, all because I had a baby by Superman, part 2. We left off with, "I thought you were on birth control." I'd like for it to be noted that I had not been on birth control our entire relationship. He was very aware, and also as to why he was not against it. Also, I'd like for it to be noted that there was no attempt to pull out that particular day, whereas in the past, he would move so fast that he would run into the dresser drawer. So let's continue. About a week went on, and there was a little bit of communication, and the communication was regarding terminating the pregnancy. I was told that he would help me. I just needed to get to Orlando, and we would do it there. I said, okay, not a problem. Just know it has to be a quick turnaround because I have to get back to work, and I can't let my parents know. Please understand, I had no idea how abortions worked at all. So I'm thinking that I could just get up and turn around. Anyway, communication ceased again. Now I'm having to talk to my parents. I talked to my mom again. She was adamant about me telling my dad. So I told my dad, and my dad was like, huh. And I'm like, huh, what? He goes, all right. And I said, well, I don't want you to worry because I'm not going to keep the baby. I'm going to terminate the pregnancy and then I'm going to finish the season out. I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to fulfill this.
Y'all can go watch the rest on her page. It's Royce Reed with 2 E's with the Reed, okay? She's been telling this story since I remember basketball. She's been talking about this whole story for the longest. Now, a lot of people are probably feeling like, oh, she's finally saying something because he's getting engaged to Amy. This man has been married before and still tried to silence Royce with a lot of stuff before Amy even came along. He tried to silence having that he's very fluid. It's a mess. It's very much a mess, okay? Very much a mess. All right, so we're gonna move on because that's gonna take some time, honey. If we got enough time, it's something else I want to talk about to all my people who's been here since the LaTrue saga with me. Y'all know where I'm going with this. If y'all want to tap in and come into, because it was a mess this morning, but we're gonna move on. So the bingo cards for these three was not what I had in mind. As far as ending of 2024, going into 2025. I thought that Ray J and Princess were great. I did. I thought they were great. I seen him hung out with Sukiana a couple of times. I thought they were perfectly fine. I did. I thought they were perfectly fine. Princess and Ray J, because of, Thanksgiving. She was dancing with Ray J, they were having fun, they were having a great time. I just want to know where did him and Suki come into play. We remember during the summer she was seeing with Ray J, they were having a great time, they were being friends, and that was it. But I didn't know that this was part of the game plan. So all of this started, with this text message. Hey Suki, it's Princess. I don't want Ray J. Please tell him to stop trying to suck got a hold of his phone. There's a lot of bees in here. By the way, he said he hates when you keep calling him without no hair. Laugh out loud on FaceTime. I said, huh. So shout out to Neighborhood Talk, because they got all the tea from every damn big place. I seen it. I said, this really just happened. Did she really just sitting there texting that girl? Did that really happen? It happened, y'all. Oh, it happened. Ooh, she look crazy looking at him like that. We finna get into it. Cleo and Ice Spice going at it again. Yeah, we gonna get into that too. While we here, we gonna jump into it. Oh, we got a lot to jump into, honey. Okay, before we finish, shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Amy done responded. Hold on, y'all. We gonna hold on. Then we're gonna jump back to Suki and Princess. It's a lot going on today. What is going on? I think everybody got to get their one off. Hold on, y'all. So remember we talked about Royce Reed sitting here talking about this, right? Now Royce Reed talked about this man.
Hey y'all, it's Royce. And due to a lot of research.
Let's go. Here it is. Right? This is what Amy had to say. When y'all asked me why did I keep my relationship from my lovely followers, this is why.
And due to
if it wasn't for my castmate posting that video of us, I would have tried my hardest to date him in secrecy for life, if possible. When our engagement came out, this followed. God bless. Now, Amy, she's been talking about this man since day one. I don't understand why you feel like you so special, sis. Stop it. Somebody say, man, Roy's been quiet for a while. As soon as this man is happy, she come. I don't care what this man did. If it's not affecting the relationship, then who cares? Some of y'all BDs messing with John, child. Somebody posted Lil Nas. And somebody said, we seen the story 1,000 times. When Amy see his true colors, she would come to the internet saying how she should have listened to Royce. Girl, this was a whole series of that song before you came around. You knew he was fruity when you got with him. Royce been going in on him since the 99 and 2000. This has been a thing. It has. He still got man control over her. She said her castmate thought you was a little scrappy with friends. And I thought she kept it private because she likes men's privates. This is giving crash out bitter. It's not a crash. I have to disagree with that. Royce been talking about this for years. It's not crash out and bitter. Royce been talking about it for years. Royce has been talking about it since, like I said before, 2007 or 8. Whenever I say when Basketball Wives came out. Okay, so let's go back to this Lily couple, honey. We got to get the tea. Now, we're going back to somebody else that they say they care and don't care, honey. We're going to see how this rolls. So, back to the couple throuple. Child, where is it at, honey? So, these have been going at it all day. Okay? This is what Princess wanted to post. Now, Princess has been doing great. Let's see. Princess will be opening up her spot. Princess will be opening up her spot in California or Miami. I think it's in California because she both resides. You know, they film in Miami from time to time. And I think she still lives in California. Princess is getting ready to open up her spa in Cali. Okay, so I guess she's back in Cali. I'm not sure where Ray J at. Now I went to where they were posting each other on their stories about the relationship, okay? They were picking fun at each other. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Beyonce. Not you today. I love you. Okay? Now, this is a text message. It say, I still got your juice on me. I kept it on, haven't taken a shower. And then he sent the picture, which looks like her juices. Said, since y'all want to go viral so bad, here you go. That's what Princess Love said. She said, I promise I don't care. But since we're posting screenshots, and Sukiana to go. Now, that ain't all what Sukiana said. Let me stop sharing real quick. So Suki decided to take a money cash grab and run with it, okay? Oh, yes, we're going to play it here. Hold on, let me share my screen. Back again. This is what Suki had to say. And after that, I haven't heard anything else. I guess they're focusing on their business ventures.
Do you guys want to know what's in my good cat hoe bag? Let me show you this. When you're getting started, voila, the Spanish fly. Sometimes we don't feel like it, y'all. Sometimes we be tired. But ladies, this all you got to do is take one of these, wait a few minutes, and that is going to be ready for some scratch. So the next thing that's in a good cat hoe bag, the cumbrellas. You thought they were just lashes, but they're actually for protection. They protect your eyes from getting in. Sometimes my eyes have gotten in and they hurt. Your eyes will never hurt again with these. So right now we're pulling out the grippers. Nobody wants some big old stank hands around their meat. Yeah. Make it look good, ladies. Grip it real good. The next thing I got for you is the sloppy toppy. This right here is gonna get your mouth nice and wet. And I know your mouth been dry. And guess how I know? The man's been talking. It's time for you to pop one of these, and guess what? Your mouth is gonna be so wet. He's gonna think that you're Aquaman. What's Aquaman mama name? He's gonna think you're a mermaid. So ladies, after I used this on my man, he bought me an amusement park, a G-Wagon, and a Birkin bag. And next,
what the hell, Ray J get all that damn money from to buy you that? Here's what I got to say. Like I said, I didn't know these two would be in a relationship. First, Ray J sitting here had us thinking that, you know, he had Diddy people had been shooting at him. What probably made sense is that Suki ex-boyfriend, her ex-fiance, probably had them goons at him allegedly. Because wasn't he in that man's face trying to help that man get back with that woman? Okay. That's what it seemed like to me. And I would have never thought I would see these two playing in the cars. We knew Princess Love was leaving. We feel like Princess Love does care in a sense of caring but not caring. I think she only cared because they worked together and they had an intimate friendship, seemed like at some point. And didn't Princess Love stand up to her at one point? It's giving very weird. But hey, honey, and Suki love her. You know, Suki say he in love with him. But honey, I just don't see nobody arguing over Ray J. You know, we still see Ray J as Brandy's little brother. And maybe that's why he ain't talked to Brandy. Because Brandy is sick of his shenanigans and don't want to be in the middle. Can you blame Brandy? Brandy is sick of Ray J and stuff. That man is about 40-some years old. You got two women arguing. One that talk about the cootie. And I thought she'd be sitting here going to Dr. Umar because Dr. Umar been pressing her a lot more harder than Ray J. She could have fought for the people. Justice, Black Power. And you would have did a good thing, Suki, if you just went to the man that fought for the black folks and talk about the black folks being amongst us and together, and you would have won that reward, because a lot of girls would see, you know what? I still, regardless of what these red pill, no good men talk about, I still got chose by a black king that love black women. They sit there not to love black women, but fight for the blacks. He said all that stuff, and look where I'm sitting in. And I had plenty of shots in my face. Ray J, though, child, but you like what you like, honey. Let's see how this goes. All right. Before we get into Jaguar, we're gonna get into her, and then we're gonna jump into Travis Hunter. Oh, baby, Travis. So I've been surfing the internet. A lot of people have been going in, especially YouTubers. TikTok hasn't come in yet. A lot of people have been calling out Jaguar right lies. Child lie I heard her say was she was expecting a child from Jay-Z, and he got her an abortion. Well, no, she got an abortion. And he was upset because he wanted her to keep the baby. And I said, what? Hey, I'm good. It's all right, girl. It's okay. As long as you're here. I can't find no music for this. Because when I heard that catastrophe, I said, what? And I sat in silence like y'all just heard me say. This lady said that, and then on top of that, I didn't even know, honey, I didn't know that she cussed her out so bad. Her and Jag had finally got into it. You know, she's not the only person. I'm gonna keep it real, and I just remember this because I have been I'll be watching Oliver Twist. If you guys don't know who that is, go follow him on YouTube. You know, well, y'all probably know because him and Armand got into some things. I don't know why they don't like each other. I don't. He has Bap Making a Band. Remember Making a Band? Not Danity Kane, but the one with Sarah and all of them together making a band. And I remember her sitting here saying that Jaguar Wright tried to lie on her at one point. And she also had to sit there and tell Jaguar Wright, this ain't happening. So let me go to YouTube, see if I can find that. Yeah, she showed up, she pulled up. Her and Oliver Twist was watching Jaguar Wright being interviewed. And Jaguar Wright had mentioned something about her. And so she asked him, she said, should I pull up? He was like, yeah. He was like, go in there, pull up. She talking about you, pull up. And she did just that. And it's a lot of people coming out with stuff about her, saying that she is also working with, what is that man's name? I was just looking him up, trying to get information to tear down Black billionaires. They also say that she does have a mental issue. She does. She does have a mental issue. Sean Atwood. They saying that she is working with Sean Atwood to do all these interviews. This is allegedly, but that's what they're saying. And he likes to tear down Black people. Yes, Babs. Here it is. They called her out for lying on Piers Morgan. We're going to play a little bit of this content creator over here on YouTube. Yeah, we're going to put it and then we're going to get into it because I remember her saying it. Shout out to Oliver Twist. Please go follow him. But yes, he does have Babs from Making the Band, and this is what she had to say. And I remember Babs being the first person before all of this came out, by the end of October, stating.
Jaguar Wright, everybody. Jaguar Wright. They didn't let this lady on the Piers Morgan, y'all.
I don't know what he was doing, okay?
Yeah, because I know what I be doing when I get people like Jaguar Wright on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Talk. Go ahead. We're going to get the views up, you know.
My Libra auntie is not looking too happy over there. Babs is at the top with the Panthers hat on. She's not looking happy. She looking like this lady done tried me. And I stepped like, listen, we're going to continue.
Oh.
So, of course, if you guys know Jaguar Wright, which I feel like everyone knows Jaguar Wright, she is an artist who's been in the industry for years. She's been telling her story about people, including Jay-Z, and all the ongoings that they have going on in the industry. Okay, and she was on Piers Morgan in light of all of the recent revelations regarding Diddy. She took her opportunity to go ahead and drive home the fact that we also need to be looking at Sean Carter. Ladies, what y'all think about this? Babs, I want you to go first since you weren't here last time.
Well, first of all, Freddie P that was in Making a Band with me told me today that he actually got the call to go on the show as well. And I was kind of upset with him that he didn't go. You know, I was like, why didn't you do it? And he was like, yeah, that was a little bit too much for me. So he didn't take the opportunity. But Jag, let me just say this, right? Jag lied on me. Jag lied on me. I used to ride for Jag until she lied on me. And now it's hard for me to believe anything that she says because she lied on me.
What she lied about, Babs?
I used to do a live show called Bacon, Egg, and Cheese, and she came on the show for an interview. And one of my assistants had hooked up the interview. And apparently I did not know that my assistant had offered to pay her for a verse, to sing a verse on her record, because my assistant is a rapper. All right. So now she obviously the money didn't go through or whatever. And then she tried to get it from me. All of a sudden, she's going live on Instagram talking about I better pay her. And she know what I did when I was on making a band to get in the band.
Now, y'all listen to what she's saying. Everybody try to jump on Star. But does this not sound like the same thing I've been telling y'all that she's been doing? But we're going to let this continue to play.
Diddy. And I was like, what did I do? I worked for Cheesecake, boo. The world seen what I did. I worked for Cheesecake. So she tried to insinuate that I was doing some crazy stuff and that she knew. That I know. I was happy that I made it to the Jaguar right fouls, but she was lying.
Oh. Now, you know, the people say Jaguar don't be telling the truth now. That's what they say. They say, you know, they say she a couple skittles short of a pack.
Listen, she lied on me. I don't know about nobody else, but once you make up a lie about me, it's hard for me to believe anything else that you say without any receipts. So.
Oh my God. Angeline, what say you about Jaguar Wright's appearance on Piers Morgan, calling out Sean Carter?
Okay, so she done got on Beyonce's internet because she also implicated Beyonce in this. Okay, so I was watching it.
Y'all want to go watch it? Go to Oliver Smith. I'm not going to say much, but the rest is in there where it's been spoken about. Now, a lot of the people who are on her train, we talked about this before, even Miss Etsy Bear done cussed her out. And I'm going to see if I can find that child. Honey, let me tell you something. One thing about a Libra, okay? We will be the sweetest, nicest kind of people, kindness of peoples. We will give you our shirt off our back. You say you hungry, we're going to feed you. We're going to make sure you eat and you keep eating. We're going to do whatever we can. But when you sit here and keep poking us, we're coming at you. Baby, when I heard Miss Essie, I said, yeah, she done fucked around and find out today. Let me see if I can find it. I clubbed my pearls, but I said, well, that's just the top of how it flows. Like, let me see, because she cussed her out. When I say she cussed her out, honey. Like, and a lot of people have been mentioning this. About Jaguar, right? A lot of YouTubers who have talked to her. A lot of YouTubers that have talked to her, it's coming out that she has been lying. She's been lying. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't like her new man. I don't like Jaguar new man. I feel like ever since he came around, it's been very, very heavy. Very, very, okay, here it is. Shout out to Miss Essie Bear. I'm gonna play the content because she did tell me that I was able to play some of her things. We're gonna get into it. I wasn't surprised when she cussed the eye. Excuse me. I wasn't surprised at all. I knew it was coming because she said it's a lot that was said behind the scenes, so I knew it was coming. I knew. Shout out to all the content creators on here, baby.
Should I pick up the phone?
Please.
Oh my God, yeah.
Run with it. I had the evidence that the video was manipulated.
Don't nobody want to hear that. That's a lie,
You should
Jack.
go and see it. Oh no, you should go and see it.
See what?
Why you lying on me, bitch?
Of the manipulated video.
Why you lying?
So
You can go and you
Oh my God, hold on. Now, Storm, ain't nobody. Storm, like, I'm waiting on her to come on here so I can go on here and say what I got to say. I'm finna pop out. Storm, ain't nobody asked you to do all that.
Why are you lying?
She's actually an editor. She does this for a living. So you can
Stop
go
lying.
all the way through everything that Storm did.
Jack, why are you doing that? Now come on, let me just say this. Now
He didn't have to pop out. Like, he just looked like he just opened the door and swung it open. Like, you know how you be on the three-way phone call with somebody, they be like, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. I'm gonna let you hear what she be saying. Watch what she say, don't say nothing. That's what it was giving.
Give her to the speaker.
Wait. I'm an activist, and I watched that shit at least 3-4 times. I even called you today, Jag. I watched that.
Yeah, and I watched it as well.
But you said that shit.
I had trained editors that picked out all
Give me the fucking name of the editors.
Like I said,
Give me the name.
She's broadcasting right now.
Don't nobody give.
It's the Jeff D show, and you can go and see it for yourself. What I don't understand is for someone who says they're an activist and try to pretend like they were a friend, why they would be so upset at finding out that that video was a lie.
The point of it is, I felt like he was a fucking liar. Now let's stop playing. Don't talk about no pretending. Let me tell you, since you won't say it, I felt you lied, Jad, because I watched I fucking feel like you a motherfucking liar. Yes, I do. I feel like the fuck you a liar. Bitch, somebody, bitch, this ain't about Steve Harvey. Girl, this ain't about Steve Harvey. This about you. And you set your ass up on the line. Bitch, and you know what? And the fuck I'm gonna put all that in the motherfucking book. I'll put all, and bitch, I got.
The second I found out you was fucking with trees, I knew you was a troll farmer. And guess what?
And I know that you a motherfucking liar, and I don't give a fuck what you say, and you got me fucked up. You done sat on this. I don't give a fuck, Jack. Congratulations to your motherfucking 690 people. 690 people. Jaguar's a bold-faced liar. She wanted me to get on this motherfucking internet and lie about Storm, and the fuck I didn't do it. That's why Tasha KM stopped fucking with your ass, because they knew who the fuck you were. And that's why the fuck your son got up there and did what the fuck she did. I don't give a fuck about you. You sit up here talking to your motherfucking self. You a motherfucking loser. You gonna come with that bullshit with me. Jag, you ain't trying to.
She had every right to cuss her out. She cussed her out bad, but there are other content creators that are coming out saying that they noticed that Jaguar is lying, and they feel like her new boyfriend or husband, she has to take care of him, which I see because last December, a year ago, girl, reading Rainbow wasn't the word. December a year ago, Jaguar Wright ex-husband, well now ex-husband who's moved on, he said that she has to take her schizophrenia medication. He has mentioned that, she has mentioned that. And I was listening to, let me go see who I was listening to. And shout out to her for having her interviews with Jag and pulling out stuff about her. And that's why I say people got to be careful, you know, who they listen to, because Yeah, she flip flopped a lot. She's very unstable, very unstable. And I was noticing with certain things that she was saying. Sherelle's World has called her out in Nyla's true crime story. I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to play Nyla's true crime story because every time I hear Jaguar write new man, I cringe. First of all, I don't like him. 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 And I gotta say it real strong. I don't like him. The fact that you can sit behind the scene, talk junk, and hype her up, knowing, and then hype her up, knowing she got to take this medication, and you decide to sit you right there and say, "You want a shot?" She goes, "Hell yeah, I want a shot." What the hell? You hype her up. You find out he's the one emailing Tony Busby cryptic messages, sending stuff. That's why he said he don't even know who she is. I don't like him. You know how you can sit with a person and you know that person with that man. You see your friend don't see, let's say it's your friend don't see it, right? She see everything good about him. He got good D. She don't give a darn. He got a good mouth. Whatever she need, he gonna fill it in. She don't care. She in love right now, right? But you see every time she say something, he gotta jump in and be a yes man for a check. I don't like her. And I noticed it was strange because she wasn't getting interviews because she's been talking about this since COVID. She was really getting interviews because this man is pushing her with Sean Atwood, allegedly. So it's like, girl, what the hell? And then when I started putting two and two together, I started listening to people saying, I'm like, oh, he in her pocket. He's in her pocket. I'm going to tell you why he in her pocket. He is on child support. He need that child support money. See, let me tell you something. You can't rack over $30,000 on child support and not give. He is giving agent vibes, girl, and not give. Not have a warrant. Okay, she can't be around his kids. On top of that, she was threatening the baby mama. So it's like, how can you threaten somebody else with somebody that's supposed to be laid up under you and he ain't paying child support, but he's sitting here eating off of you, and you telling me that he gonna eat off of you and not pay child support? So what you gonna do? You gonna end up paying child support? So you gotta do these interviews. Make it make sense, Jag. I need you to wake up. I need to take your medication to get back on track, baby. I need you to get back on track because this man is bringing you down. I don't like it. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like no man that sit there. It's just something irritates me about a man that eat off a female, that just sit here and watch her do everything, and at least y'all not be a team or do a yes man knowing this can ruin her reputation worse. And it's given that he don't like her like that. And I don't like men like that. It just give me icky. Jaguar, get it together. I'm about tired of it. I'm sick of it, honey. I'm tired of it. Get it together. Get that man from around you. Okay, I went to other YouTube creator and said he has 7 days to go. He sure do got 7 days because I don't like him and I don't like his vibes. So when that YouTube creator called you out about your man, he had every right to, because now I see what they're talking about. And everybody that want to believe her, take what can fit into a box and let it be. She can drop some gems. Yeah. Take them gems and let the rest fly. Take what you can and let it fly. Let me explain something to you. And I've said this before, and I mentioned this before, and I said it a long time ago, and I stand by what I said. Pay attention, and the reason why I talked about Matt a couple of days ago, pay attention to how they're treating the Black billionaires and not the people in power that are doing worse than the Black billionaires. Because here's the thing, she's working to take them down. We just talked about Matt and the whole time that he was paying 17-year-old children, females, fake passports and etc. Court docket, I ain't gonna say allegedly because I read it. And doing the same thing that Two, that we know billionaires, black billionaires have stuff. You also, y'all can't say you care about kids because you got the leader of the pedos sitting there. But you got this woman now want to bring up Trump. And she probably been in here and saw what I said. You want to bring up Trump, but you not wanting to bring them up. I don't like that. Bring him up the same way. We got proof that Matt is out here paying for sugar mamas off the internet that are children that are 17 and don't give a damn. Talk about them too. And it's given that she is. And anybody that goes on a platform to worry about getting paid to tell a story, if they're not going for an awareness, the money will come. But you ain't doing awareness. You sitting here trying to, come on now. And then you go and people saying, I believe she was pregnant by him. First of all, after I heard that, they told me everything I needed to know. She wanted to be Beyonce. We don't know their marriage. Okay? Just like we don't know Nicki's marriage, just like we don't know other people. We don't know these people's marriages. So I'm going to say this. Let them deal with however they deal with it. Those are them folks' marriages. We mind our business. But we know Jaguar right out here trying to make some money to pay them legal fees and pay that man child support. Don't pay that. Jaguar, your ass better not pay that darn. If I find out you paid that man child support, I'm going to find your page and I'm going to, you better not get your ass on here and pay that man child support. He pay his own damn child support. And he better be paying a light bill if he got you running around doing that. You better not get your ass up here paying no damn child support. You better not put 1 cent of whatever you earned doing this to that man. Or I'm going to cuss you out. Because that's going too damn far. That's going too far. And then, you know, she picked these men who ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. They let her do what she want to do. She's a dominant. That girl wasn't lying. Shot in the nine for not lying. She is a dominant. She wants to be a dominant into the relationship. And I see that now. But we're going to move on to somebody else who I feel like being a fool. This young man right here. This young man. Lord Jesus, this young man. So when this first came out about this young man, I said, okay, all right, that's his girlfriend. You know, this is Travis Hunter. This is who won the Heisman. Humble guy. He loves her, want to be with her. All of that jazz. Honey, I'm getting word she might be pregnant from Travis. Allegedly. And there are more men posting things about this young lady that they've done things with her. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, it is. There are more people saying that Travis Hunter has, yeah, honey, he done messed up the bag. Shorty out here making him a full embarrassment. Oh, I knew it was coming. Now, a lot of people's like, well, why they telling him who to be with, who to marry? Baby, if Travis don't listen to them, he's going to be one of them. He's going to be a Bow Wow. He's going to be a Ray J. The only person that I say he should have took advice from was, because he's been through it, is Jacquees' baby mama daddy, Deion Sanders. Well, his fiance daddy, his father, soon-to-be father-in-law. Because us who have paid attention, you know, Deion Sanders had a show where it was him and his wife, Pilar. And everybody was like, oh, he avoided Pilar. He avoided Pilar because if y'all remember how everything played out with Pilar, they divorced in it bad. She said Deion did all these types of things to her. Yeah, it got bad, y'all. She left him to be with another man. That's who he should have took advice from. Everybody else and being too fun. So let's see if I can find about his baby mama. But with Travis Hunter's girlfriend, fiance, whatever the hell she is, when a woman sit here and tell you, oh, now listen, Men are sitting here and tell us all that, oh, I ain't like her like that, but it's something about a man that you know that he like about her. But when a woman says she don't like him like that, and say, oh, he told me to say that, she don't like him like that. Okay? She don't like him like that. She don't care for him like that. Her goal is her goal. That's her goal. Is to get him, keep him, take the bag, do whatever. And a lot of people are trying to get him to avoid that. But let me tell you something. I'll tell you what I was told and what I had to learn, and I tell my friends. Wisdom is a being. She's gonna make you learn some things, honey. I mean, now she's saying they need they got videos of her partying with other men. It's one particular, here it is right there. I say, I know you lying. Hold up. I was appalled and shocked.
With a lean that off in the boot. Little bitch, I don't care about you, but I care about my loot. These niggas don't care about you. Run it up, but just do it. I remember I would get no.
Anywho, typical video was, okay, Shorty is an eater, they say. They say she not just be posting kissy faces under men things, but they also said that basically she around here doing extracurricular activities with other folks. I'll take a sip on that while y'all think about it. Yeah, that's the tea. She's doing curricular activities with other people. Yeah, they say she's an eater. Yeah, and they say it's given very much this. Y'all remember Derrick Jackson and In the Armor? Yeah, that's what it's given. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's given to me too, and it felt like she's the Derrick Jackson of it all. I hope he opened his eyes. He's very young. Um, you know, life go on, baby. Oh, baby, it's giving that. He's in his early 20s. This is the time when he need to hire and fire till he find the one, take some time to himself, focus on his career, and keep moving. So that's how I see it. And I give it that. All right, so now we finna go to this interview that pissed me off. It was a good interview, but it pissed me off. Erica don't never take accountability for anything. Never take accountability for anything. So she says that she owes Nicki Minaj an apology, that she should apologize to her about Safari because now she see. Erica, you didn't see it till he got with this young lady, okay? So we're gonna do a reaction video. Now, Erica decided to go on an interview because Keisha Kayor interviewed, which I mean, she was going to interview Safari. They're both Jamaicans. Let's be honest. You know, they got some ties. Keisha Kayor did an interview with, which is Gucci Mane's wife. Okay, you know, he was with her for years. And I'm blind. Let me go in here. Gucci Mane's wife had a podcast. She started this podcast, I believe, earlier this year. That Gucci Mane's wife started this podcast. You know, usually she toured with Gucci Mane, doing things, but since Gucci Mane hasn't worked behind the scenes doing his thing, he hasn't, you know, she hasn't been on tour with him a lot lately. The kids are growing up. I believe the oldest that the son they have together, the oldest child they have together, now we know they got other kids, are basically, I believe are going into school. I believe they're going into school. And Keisha Kayor decided to do for her own podcast. Now, you know, Keisha Kayor been talked about a lot herself. Hold on, y'all. I'm changing location. Dang, I thought this side was closed. Hold on, y'all. Keisha Kayor decided to do a thing herself. And at the time of that, Keisha Kayor did an interview with Safari. The interview went wonderful. Hold on, I'm trying to charge up my thing so we can go into it. I gotta change locations, y'all. I gotta change location. So she did an interview. He talked about the situation between him and Erica. Things that transpired to happen. Now we know Safari is not credible for anything. They both lack accountability. Okay? But they're both narcissists. And when I be telling y'all about narcs, there's a lot of narcs. And when I say two narcs get together, that's what is Safari and Erica. Now, Erica has a show coming out with Zeus, where she's called His or Her Way. Okay? I believe that's the name. And it's a dating show with Zeus. So she's out here most likely doing some press interviews and discussing about her relationship. So we're gonna do a reenact on this interview that she did with Dumb Blonde. Now, she went on Dumb Blonde, and some things that she said was very questionable. And we're gonna go ahead and play it here. Now, I may, I'm gonna change location again, but this is where I'm at right now too. I can go in the lobby area, so I'm just letting y'all know. Because one old lady yesterday called me that up. That was funny. Here we go, y'all. Let's play.
Bunny.
Don't.
Looking fly as ever, too. That is.
Now, she says she don't do interviews, but since she sit here and called Spice for money, I want to know who been interviewing her. She called that lady a monkey. Ain't nobody been interviewing her. And then, we're going to get into that. She talks about that too.
Correct. We're going to get into the subject that everybody wants.
It's buffering, y'all. Give me
Speak.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software.
Hold on, because that's what I be saying about that technical difficulties all the time. So listen, my internet was good. Okay, we don't care about people management. We don't. We don't. We don't. I don't know who Pom Pom is. I wouldn't ask for her either. Okay. Let's start this again.
Is this thing on? What's up, you sexy motherfuckers? Welcome to another episode of Dumb Blonde. Today, my girl Erica Mena is in the house, baby. Looking fly as ever, too.
Thank you, babe. I was like, I'm seeing the baddest. I got to come correct. And I don't do interviews.
We're going to get into the subject that everybody wants to talk about and everybody wants to hear from you on because you haven't spoken about this at all.
I've been speaking about it just because of Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
But most recently, there was
most recent
Yeah, there
events.
was just something that was put out there for monetization and clout and, you know, for a weird agenda of a certain
Girl, let me break out my glove.
They do love being toxic. I wanted to piggyback off of something she said. Oh, people want to get monetization. So when I spoke on Erica Mena calling Spice unlucky, my video did go more because I had got that tea before everybody else. Erica, you just like you want to get the clout, you've been getting clout since Love and Hip Hop New York. You're not going like you had it. You and that baby daddy was. Okay? So stop coming for YouTubers. I can't stand when people do that. Y'all want to make money off everybody else doing the same thing we do. Stop it.
Classes, because I've got so many notes on this.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, you actually married Safari, who is Nicki Minaj's ex. That's pretty much what people know him for, is being
Yeah,
Nicki
that's it.
Minaj's ex. You can see her whole demeanor change talking about this man. You guys have had a pretty, I don't want to use the word sloppy, but pretty intense.
It was sloppy.
Intensely sloppy divorce. And, you know, it's two people that are hurt. Obviously, you guys had a very passionate thing. You guys, you know, two beautiful babies have came from this situation, you know, and it doesn't have to be like this. You know, he seems 8 months ago to be singing your praises. So can you tell us what has transpired since
Oh my God, a
then?
lot.
What
A
has,
lot.
yeah.
I mean, there's just so much to tell because it's been 3 years of this. But I found out he was cheating on me the first time ever. And he was going to Chinese parlors.
Not the old rub and tug. Damn
In
it.
the dark, old women,
Damn
don't even
it.
know.
Oh, Safari, come on.
And when I found that out, I was completely, obviously disgusted, heartbroken, going through.
Well, didn't Nicki Minaj say that he was paying for hookers with her credit cards?
Before we get into that, can I just, because we are talking on the subject of her, I owe her the biggest apology ever. I owe her an apology because, like a lot of us women tend to do when we don't know any better, especially when we're hard, deep, wrapped, warped into the love bombing phase, is the red flag that us.
She only wants to apologize to Nicki, and we're going to be honest. When Nicki called herself the Ellen DeGeneres of people career, she was out lying. She only wants to apologize to Nicki Minaj at this point is because of the fact is that Nicki Minaj can boost her career. Where Nicki Minaj at in her life, she can take a person's bad career and boost it. That's just like people can call on Beyonce and get a career boost, or any of these people. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj is Beyonce of rap. We're not going like she's got. She really is. So when you bash that woman for that, man, you should have kept your mouth closed and seen how things played out. But shit.
women tend to ignore when a man sits there and talks to you.
Love bombs.
About his ex and all the things she did to him.
Talking about me.
And it's funny how life comes full circle because the same thing he did to her, he's doing to me years later. I remember him pouring his heart out to me about all the stuff she did to him, showing me videos of her reacting. And at the time, you're in a love bomb. I didn't think to ask, well, what did you do to her?
Right.
You're just showing me all this stuff that she's doing. How she's reacting, right?
Why does this man always have videos of these women reacting?
Exactly. And now, mind you, this is a video he was at one point going around. I found out later on. He was going around the industry showing to like around the time he was trying to bring her down when he was lying to people saying that he wrote for her, like literally saying whatever he could to like kind of ruin her career.
That's
and take her
terrible.
credibility for her real hard-earned work. And
what is the video of?
She was chasing him.
Right.
And I won't get into too detail because I don't feel like,
Yeah.
Being that I'm in her shoes now, I feel like she's owed the respect to like, but come to find out,
I wonder what video this is of her chasing him, because as I remember, she had Meek Mill chase him around. So, Erica, what you got? I want to know this video because I remember Meek chasing. I remember Meek was going to tell that. Oh, yeah.
I broke the laptop that had her Pink Friday album on it on purpose.
And then videoed her reaction.
And of course, she went fuck off.
Yeah.
He's recording it. So rewind, fast forward to me being with him. I'm down to the mother partaking and agreeing in these conversations. Oh my God, she's the devil, blah, blah, blah. She did all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I owe this woman an apology because I sat there and allowed him to talk about her to me. And from that came me saying things and like defending and vouching for him and speaking up on her in a way that was tacky, because at the end of the day, I didn't know the truth, especially not the truth that I know now. And we do that. A lot of women do that. They get caught up with a man and he's so good to you that you allow him to gossip to you about his ex.
You get manipulated.
And they never tell you what they did. They just tell you what
they did
and how crazy she is, and she did this and she did that.
That's called reactive.
I owe her such an apology because it's so crazy how life, it's not crazy, it's just life, but it comes full circle. Tables always turn. Everything she has ever said about him is true. Everything that she had went through with him, I'm going through it worse,
I just want to say, I think that is so big of you to apologize to Nikki like that.
Yeah, I do. And I feel like a lot of other people, I feel like anyone who ever sided with him during that time that they broke up, because he was really like, he taunted her to this not too long ago before he came at me for the YouTube. He taunted her by going to her concert.
Can you pull that up for us? Can you put Safari?
How did you know? This is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say this like everybody else that did their reaction saying it. If you didn't care about him, if you didn't wonder what he was doing, if he wasn't peeking through his house, doing all that, how did you know that he went to Nicki Minaj's concert and was taunting her? Yeah, the blogs covered it, but it seemed like you got word of this first from somebody. So how did you know if you didn't care? Child, there's a lot of stuff she said in this interview. I was like, what? But if we know Erica history, I've been saying, before I play, I've been saying that this is Erica Carmen. Look how she did Sin. She had like she was meeting up with Sin, went to hearing Jose, who was Joe Budden's ex at the time, when Sin just gave birth to Joe Budden's baby, and tried to hook Tahiri back up with Joe, and Joe was like, no, let's be honest. And then sat there, even if he wanted to take her back, he couldn't because he had already done started a family. And then sat there, sat in that girl's face, and then tried to act like she was cool by on with her on a good page and made a whole bunch of page about the girl. You saw how she did Rich Dollars. Same thing. So it's like her history of relationships and how she did these people. Safari really she found her match and she just couldn't take it.
At Nicki Minaj concert. Like, I thought this was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
It's
was
weird
that
because you're saying that you're going there because you're proud of her. So why didn't you sit in a box?
Yeah.
Calm, cool, collective, watch the show like a normal person. No, he went there with vlogging everything.
Yeah.
And then had the nerve to stand, I think, in the middle of the stairs so everybody could see he was there.
And he
went there to make a shit show fucking appearance.
He went there to get a headline.
And to provoke her, knowing she's moved on. She's married. She has a family. Every chance you get to talk about her, you do.
Yeah.
It has not stopped.
Yeah.
Since you guys have broken up.
Yeah.
And he does it every time for clout and attention. Him going to this concert was for one reason and one reason only. He wanted her to react in some way.
Right. We're going to pull up the clip right now so that you guys can see it. Sorry, we have an ad.
No, you're good. Like,
here it is.
You're not even in a seat.
It looks like he's in the bleachers. Where's he sitting?
So Safari basically had a seat there, but everybody knew he didn't get a close seat because all the seats close to the stage were sold out. They were completely sold out. So I can contest to that, even though he was trying to be petty. They were completely sold out. I remember because when I wanted to get my tickets, they were selling like hotcakes, honey. And if you got them at the long, they waited too long, they were gone. The bars don't play. The bars knew who Safari was. They knew things that Safari said. But what made the bars more be like, okay, you coming to show her love, even though you done did all of this, and your ex-wife was talking trash, like, you know what I'm saying? You was there through that era. You made the era about the jacket, honey. She made that whole era thing. So the bars was like, okay, you coming to, y'all must be good. But then when the bars found out that Nicki said, no, she see you, she hear you, but she married her husband. Don't like that. Safari had to go. So he didn't even stay a good long time. They let him stay to a certain point and he had to go. And like my girl Nicki told Erica when she tried to call her and talk about the kids, because she was like, go see the kids, you know, don't come to the show, go see the kids. She was trying to be nice. But like she said, good for you. You left. You talk junk, good for you. Nicki know that Erica's not who she says she is.
You could definitely tell he was not a guest at this concert.
And then you have 8 security because you know you're not supposed to be there.
Right. It's weird. It's definitely, this was weird behavior.
And this is the thing. This is what I don't understand about people. It's like, okay, so first it was her that he taunted for, I guess, subscribers and attention for his YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's a newfound YouTuber.
Right.
He got the social media viral conversation that he wanted, but it wasn't enough traffic for his YouTube. So now all of a sudden, he wants to speak up on why he's being a deadbeat.
So how did you find out that he was going to these rub and tugs? This is where people can understand where the fuck your anger is coming from.
Yeah.
Because that's a heavy situation while you're pregnant and to have to go and confront the man that you love.
So people are like, oh, well, you filed for divorce while you were pregnant. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So
any other woman in their right mind would have filed for divorce.
So that's kind of how I found out. And I kind of like went the fuck off. I remember that. I was just like, what is going on? Like, what is this? Like,
so he wasn't just doing rub and tugs. He was actually having sex with these people.
Clearly.
Wow.
And from what I gather, because I did my homework, and it's funny because it's the same. A week later that he confessed this same rubber tug place was on the news in Atlanta for being shot up.
Okay, so this makes perfect sense because in that Jason Lee video interview, he talks about how Atlanta was a dark place for him.
Yeah.
So Safari, which we already knew, because Nikki said it, he was he's an ex-addict. We've noticed that. We heard Nikki talk about it, that he likes to pay for interactions with other people. So I believe that. We've heard it before. It's not the first time we heard it. I don't know why she felt like she was different. But when she laughed like, "Ooh, got you," about the whole thing with the baby daddy situation, about him being so weird, I felt like, okay, girl. But we can't say the same about her. She likes to have encounters with men and women, not just one. Erica did some things. Baby, I believe she got some tendencies of a tip. We're going to get into it.
Probably was, because he was going to these parlors, and what I did my research, they were all old women.
Oh, God.
And it's in the dark. So you don't even know what you're getting or what it looks like or anything. It's just in the dark.
And that's fucking scary. That's like a glory hole. Literally.
So with that being said, and I'll take full accountability. I do have to take accountability because with him, my mind was not stronger than my feeling. And my boundaries was absolutely not stronger than my sympathy. I love this man so madly that even with all the bullshit, because he's been allowed to come back so many fucking times.
Did I not tell y'all? Did not. When she first came out, did that hooping and hollering after the birthday party, I said, and everybody was mad at me when I said it. I said, Erica's still sleeping with Safari. No, she's not. She doesn't want him. Erica's still sleeping with that man on and off. And regardless of what's going on, Erica's still giving that man that cake. When I did the thing about her was talking smack about Amara, I said, Erica's still sleeping with him, and that's why Amara was not sleeping with him. She said, oh, it was for a show. No, Amara knew y'all was still sleeping together. She knew before you knew they were fit on the show. He was still clapping them cakes and them cheeks. And I said, Erica's still sleeping with him. Because it's just like how she acted with Rich. And she was still trying to sleep with Rich. And then Sam cut them when News was trying to get Erica to cut that off because she was still having some ties to Rich and she was still having some ties to Sam. That's how I knew. See, Erica tell her business, tell her herself a lot. And if y'all watch the show, Erica don't be faking. Erica be for real.
Times.
You loved him more than you loved yourself.
I wouldn't say that, but because I see the way I love so fucking hard that I'm not letting go that easily.
She don't.
You know, and that's a flaw I have.
She don't. Until she get laid up with somebody else, until she'll let go. She don't. Remember, now y'all got to go back into her track record. He doesn't. Safari do the same shit too. Until he get with somebody, because he did it with Nikki. When he started dating other people, he started letting it go. Same thing Erica was doing. Remember how she did Rich? Remember how she did Sin? They don't let go. Child, two people that got together just alike can't stand it.
And I love the fuck out of me, but what I love.
But
so
is
it's
that
like
a flaw? Is it a flaw?
It is
that
to
you
a
love?
certain extent because I have to learn, which I have with him, when to let go a lot sooner. You know, like, because like letting go someone you love, like the way I feel it is so, it kills me. Even though I know this is not good for me, it kills me. So that's where I was at with it. And after I found out and he confessed, what he confessed, I remember calling his mom and confiding in her. And that's kind of where our relationship went left, just because, does that woman make excuses?
Well, she's probably the reason why he is the way he is.
It's absolutely the reason why he is the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that because, with our daughter, it was during the pandemic, and he would be jealous of the way I always had to breastfeed her. Like the baby always has to be on you. Oh, she's still on you. Oh. And then just the way I'm so affectionate with my baby. Oh, no one ever hugged and kissed me like that when I was. So
I've been through Safari Mama was the way he was when he had a conversation. I don't forget. I think it was about Erica. I knew that, but I don't think it was the way she explained it. It's like she's trying to make it seem like he had a mother thing, but the way that they treated Nikki, I don't think it's a. I think it's just she want. Let me tell you something. When it comes to Caribbean mothers, Haitians, Jamaican, and all of them, and African, their sons do no wrong. Their sons are top tier. They don't care if they son slapped somebody. He does no wrong. He is perfect. You don't talk to him wrong. You don't yell at him wrong. You don't get. Their son is top tier. They are the best thing walking. Okay? That's just how it is. Oh, he's perfect. He is just right. That's how they see it. They do no wrong, baby. They not bad. Huh, what are you talking about? He'll never cheat on you. My son is the best son. My son can take care of the home. They son to tell them, Mommy, I don't want to work no more. That's good, baby. You don't have to work at all. That's just what it is. That's just basically what it is. You'll never, let me tell you something. Everybody say that's toxic. That's just how they are. I don't know what it is about them sons. The daughter can be all right, wrong, kick her out, whatever she do wrong with them sons. They are a gift from God.
Little things that he would say like that resonated with me. And that's why too, I made sure to like go up and beyond. I would cook, clean, and oh my God, the type of affection I would give him. There was nothing I wouldn't do for him. Like
I could tell you that don't work.
He would ask me something, and there was never a time I would say no. Like, oh my God.
Right.
So anyway, asked, told her, and she made this shitload of excuses for him, everything but having her son take accountability, or her even, coming out to maybe speak to him in person or whatever. So anyway, I decided to get counseling for us, and we started doing marriage counseling. And then before you knew it, things just.
Was the counseling working at all?
It was for a little bit, but then we started like doing construction on our house.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't really know much about, so things were becoming extremely hectic.
Mm-hmm.
And the responsibility of that, I think, kind of just made him feel extremely overwhelmed. Next thing you know, the cheating just became never ending. That's when he started cheating on me with the Toomey version, Erica Mena, that he eventually brought on the show.
So her idea was to basically, if I put a divorce in his face, then he would basically fix our relationship, which he did.
And it just never stopped. And he didn't care if it was on the blogs. He didn't care if it was, so at that point it was just like, okay, after like the third 3 girl, I was just like, I'm going to file for divorce. So I filed for divorce. And it sucked for me because when he confessed the whole going to the parlor thing, it grossed me out. But at the same time, the way he was just crying hysterically and like saying how sorry he was and that, something was wrong with him, I took it as, this is my husband. It's for better, for worse. In marriages, shit happens. I can either run from this or I can do my job.
So she thought if she gets divorced, that he would basically do what he can to fix it.
My part as a wife and stick by my man, and let's go through this in secret behind closed doors and deal with it. So that's what I did. I decided to still be with him even after that happened. But the cheating just didn't stop.
It was like just one. It's like
it was like
one disrespect after the other.
Oh my God. And it just was never ending. And I was pregnant with Legend, and it was so bad to the point, even after our house got robbed, this man was so scared to be in the house with him and his children, his wife and his children. He got a hotel. And even later on, I found out in the divorce, he even bought another house. I had no idea, but like left me in the house that just got robbed because he was too scared to stay there, but it was good enough for me and the kids to stay there. And, just taunted me. When I tell you the cheating was just never ending and it was all public and, and I'm just eating shit, sticking by and going through this divorce. And as time went on, it was just like, okay, so I did make the right decision. I thought when I filed for divorce, he would wake up. When I filed for divorce, it got worse. He cheated on me with everybody and anybody he possibly could.
It's
sick because these women that he was dealing with knew he was married. And it just.
I always tell women, even though, let me tell you something, he married. Let me tell you, I broke this down to my god sister. A man can sit there and say y'all separated and be in a whole marriage. Oh yeah, when we separated, that didn't come out yet. So that's probably what he did to get her attention, because she decided to go ahead and file for divorce. So he felt like he could tell them they were separated.
This was like no shame.
I feel like all of us women have been in relationships like this. That we all have one nightmare relationship where we can completely relate to you, and the anger and the just absolute feralness that comes with after you have just been beat down emotionally, beat down verbally, beat down sometimes physically. It unleashes an animal in you that is really hard to explain unless you've been through that, and the rage that comes from that sort of thing, because you're embarrassed. Two, it's embarrassment, humiliation. You've got these babies. You're also going through postpartum.
Oh my God, it was horrible.
This is the lowest part of your life.
It was bad. Like I was literally ovulating at 29 weeks. I was like 2 centimeters open. Oh, it got so bad. One time he went out with one of our cast members and was just gyrating with some girl, and it was all over the blogs. I woke up one day and I just lost it. I'm like, this man literally violated me and put me in jeopardy, but he doesn't stop, and I'm pregnant. And I'm like, so I saw this all over the blogs, this one particular incident. I went crazy. I literally took because he's a materialistic person. So I already knew what to do to get back at him. And it wasn't right, but at the same time, I just lost it.
It's called reactive abuse.
Yeah. So I lost it, put all his sneakers in a big garbage can, and I just put paint on it. And it was a great little release. But even that, it was just never ending. And he purposely just put me through hell forever. Like it was just nonstop. At one point I was literally, and this was all documented on Love and Hip Hop, I was literally in the hospital by myself, wired up, them keeping track of the baby because I was ovulating so early. I finally gave birth at 32 weeks. And 3 days after Legend was born, he decided to go to Jamaica with his friend's ex-girlfriend, Bounty Killer's ex-girlfriend, out of all people, to spend his birthday.
This is just so hurtful. And you're just laying in bed
and
like,
I'm just
having to watch this.
And at that point, and this is the stuff that mind boggles me about people. It's like, okay, you guys, how soon, like, because people have short-term memory. It's hard to keep up. Life goes on, right?
Yeah.
But this is the same man that's been moving like a deadbeat from the time his last born was born. Legend was still on feeding tube in the NICU. I was having to drive an hour because where I gave birth at, the hospital was an hour away and our house was another, and we had Sapphire who was just turned 1.
Mhm.
So I had to like literally switch out days and nights all by myself. The mother didn't fly in, the sister didn't fly in. It was just friends of mine and his brother at the time, his wife at the time that was helping me. My manager came in at one point, like, just, people that could help me was flying in to handle Sapphire so that I can go to the hospital, pump, and just kind of be there with the baby, give him, like skin to skin as much as possible. And the whole time he's in Jamaica, living his best life, gyrating his hip.
So when she speaks on him being in Jamaica when she gave birth, she called security in North Atlanta Medical and told them she didn't want that man in the room. He tried to fight through security. They did not let him, so he left and went to Jamaica. That's what happened.
Like as if he didn't just have a baby who's still in the NICU, literally. So I dealt with all of that.
This man has no sense of responsibility whatsoever. And he doesn't have a heart.
And this is before the whole YouTube fabricated
we're getting
story
there.
he put together. It's like
I think
it goes way even before that. Like Legend was not even out of the hospital. And it's funny because the day he left that I last saw him, he was supposed to bring up the car seat. Because, I just gave birth. You're not supposed to carry things heavy, whatever. He told me he was going to go get the car seat and never came back. Never came back. It wasn't until I saw him on his Instagram in Jamaica that I even. So yeah, it's sick. And then when I called the mama, like, I'm engorged. I have this baby here. Like, tell him, come home. Like, what's going on? Like, you know what she told me? To this day, I still can't wrap my head on you being a woman, okay, who claims you did it all by yourself too. You were mistreated by his dad or whatever. How you can put this together to tell a woman that your son just married and she just gave birth to your grandson. She's literally, I was at my weakest point, so vulnerable, out of it, obviously embarrassed, hurting, not only postpartum, but heartbroken because of all the shit your son's putting me through. I'm calling you to ask you to please, like, do something. Get him, like, tell him to come home. Mind you, I did file for divorce, but still, like, these babies, they're still here. Like, we're going
to just have a heart.
She literally told me, good thing you filed for divorce. You won't have to deal with him much longer. Is what she told me. Literally. And I just remember, because I know, obviously, being around them long enough, I know the Jamaican slang. I literally told her, I was like, the fact that you can tell me that while your son is living his life right now as a complete waste man, and in Jamaican culture, a waste man is like the bottom of the bottom, right?
Right.
She didn't like the message. So from then, our relationship just kind of has been whatever. But for her to even tell me something like that, it was just like, come on, woman. You have no respect for me either. So it is what it is. And with all due respect.
Yeah. And you also.
I should have really said you raised a waste man, which I probably have at some point. Because
And also, you know, it's there's just so much here to unpack, and
Oh my God, I don't
it's
even know where to, like, there's so much.
it's crazy that
Like, how do we put this in sound bites so that my voice gets heard?
No, we got this.
Because I'm
But
like, there's just so much to unpack.
there's so much pain here, and the fact that people can even look at this situation and side with this man it mind boggles me.
Yeah, and like I said, I got to take accountability because I just wasn't strong enough. This has been going on and on because I let it. I have to take accountability in that.
Absolutely.
To the point that he was allowed.
She got to take accountability because I ain't mean to make him bad, but I saw the video when it came on the timeline and the blogs had it. And I remember they said that he left, and a lot of people was like, Safari, you should have stayed, Safari, you should have stayed. I forgot who had that video because I had it. And this is why I'm probably blocked from there every now and I don't care. But she didn't expect for that video to be put out there that she made sure he didn't get into that hospital room to see his son. He didn't leave with no car seat. He came back with the stuff, and she told the nurse and security guard not to let him through. She didn't want him there. So that's why the mother said, oh, you have to worry about him too much longer, because it was like she didn't want him. But Erica was trying these manipulative tactics to get Safari to act right instead of doing it the right way.
How to do this.
But that doesn't mean that you deserved this, because
but at the same time, like, I took him back too many times to count.
Right.
You know,
Because
like
you love
it's just not like I allowed it to be to this point. And even now it's sick. So okay, so then, you know, that all happened. And then here we are, Legend, you know, turns 1. He's nowhere to be found. But it's funny because anytime you guys have ever seen this man really be with the kids, it's because he's in the process of trying to get his family back, which means we're kind of on decent terms.
Right. Was this about 8 months ago that you guys were still on good terms when he
Well,
did this
this
Jason Lee
particular
video?
podcast, yeah.
Side note, when Legend turned 1, remember it blogs hit, even Jason Lee put it out there that they gave him a birthday party. He threw the birthday party, paid for the birthday party at his house that she did not share. So it seems like y'all both were trying to get back together and make it work. I guess it didn't, because he was seeing the girl that she called Timu Erica, right? That looked like her, but she didn't. But child.
Yeah, he had just got done filming the villain show.
Right.
And the whole time he was filming, anytime he got his phone, he was FaceTiming. Sorry. He was FaceTiming me.
Right.
And swearing up and down, like, when I come home, I swear this time is different. You know, even when he won, he was like, I won. I'm going to use this $200K and I'm going to buy you another ring, and we're going to do this again, and blah, 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 blah. And I love you so much, E. Like, you gave me my kids. There's nothing. I'm going to make it up to you. I'm so sorry. I swear I'm going to prove to you. Girl, I have text messages. I have videos. Just like he can, like, I could too. Like, I wish we had time for all the messages that I wish you guys could read, because this man, when I tell you, when he goes back, of like trying to get me back, the way he pours his heart out in text messages with his words, and then how he does his gestures, sending flowers, buying me jewelry, like, it's just intense. And then he'll
Erica will still be with him, and she still loves him, regardless of what anybody say. And I said this.
Come over to my house and, you know, won't leave. He'll act like he's coming to get the kids, but won't leave. Things like that. It's been nonstop since the time we officially got divorced. So we got divorced in 2022. And the week after we got divorced, when it really started, like, he would claim how he wanted his family back and that he was going to hurt himself. And this one particular call the week after we got divorced was so intense. I really believed him that
you loved him. You wanted to believe him.
And obviously with my experience of what he did, when I was pregnant, I knew he needed help, and even though I should have ran, I loved him so much that I was just like, this is just our story. Like, it's this way. And
toxic fairy tale.
Yeah. And like, I'm gonna get right. Like we're together.
She
Especially
wanted to
because
get him right. She wanted to get him together. She wanted him back. That's what she wanted. She still do. Let me tell you something. As far as sit here and drop everybody and say, Erica, I want you back, she's going back. She's going back. She don't care if that man put her through hell. She don't care if he put her out there. She going back. And she gonna make sure she go back. I'm telling you, if it was to come down to it, I guarantee you, we don't know the bingo cards for 2025 because, honey, we don't see the end of bingo card for 2024. We just talked about we didn't expect at all. But I guarantee you, next year, if he come to his senses and talk and be like, I don't want none of these hoes, I want her, she gonna run back with them shoes off in that same outfit and have them girls hanging out, and then we gonna see her on her Instagram story smiling and laughing, wasting LaMelle Plummer time and everybody else time that will listen. Okay? I guarantee you next summer, we're gonna see them in the bed together. That's the ugly side of twin flame. It sure is. They near each other. Girl, I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't do something drastic to keep him either, because, side note, we know Krishan got the tattoos of Blueface and he finally got one of her. That's that love spell shit. It's gonna go bad. I believe she did something too, and I believe the mama know that this one did something. The whole time she was blaming Nikki and everybody else. She done cooped up a crazy woman and got Erica. And I believe she done went to them folks about Erica because she probably said, she got to get away from my son. I believe it. Even though her son don't do no wrong. I'm telling you, child. I need her to go see a therapist at this point. Yeah. Oh, of course. And I believe they had some ties with that too. I don't put nothing past Erica. I don't put nothing past Safari either. At all.
The way when our love was good, it was good. Like, Safari is so funny. He's charming.
Safari is the one that Nicki Minaj said he put on a darn jacket with no sleeve and a shirt on, and he want to tell her what to wear Safari. After this, I'm gonna play that video. They jump was funny. She said, "You telling me this don't look right? And you had on a jean jacket yesterday with your shirt off."
Like, great spirit when he's great, and in that, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I was friends with him too for so long. Like, I didn't want him for so long, but then when I realized, like, there was, because trust me, everything I could do in my power to scare this man away, I did.
She not lying. I remember they was on the show. He was trying so hard to get Erica, and I feel like she gave in a little too quickly because she didn't have what she wanted growing up, so she just gave in. I feel like instead of her marrying him within them 6 months, I could be telling folks, they jump look good within a year. Okay, y'all getting married within a year, great. But that 3 to 6 months period, baby, you don't know that man till it hit them 2 years. I'm trying to tell you. And half of them be stuck until they can't take no more.
I remember one time I invited him to come to Cancun. I had a friend of mine's had bought me a trip for my birthday, and I was there by myself. And I last minute just decided, man, let me have him come. When I tell you, he came the next day, no hesitation. I was drunk. I was acting a fool. When I tell you, I literally treated this man like a peasant. Like, here, grab my bags. Here, I'm drunk. Carry me to the room. Like, there was nothing. Like, I just abused this man. Like,
You ain't treating him like a peasant. You want to see how far what he'll do and how far he'll take it to be with you. And he wanted to see how far he can take it to get you. You should have did it just a little bit longer. It sounded good that night, didn't it? He must have put it down in the bedroom because that night she fell hard, didn't she?
I knew he liked me so much, but in reality, I was just like, he likes me. I don't like him. I'm just not going to take it serious, and I'm just going to give him a hell. And nothing scared him away.
It was
And trust me, I did everything in my power to discuss
He wanted to see how far you was going to let him take it to go.
him. You know, I probably even threw up that trip because I was so wasted. He nurtured me, cared. Like, there was no getting rid of this man. So anyway, because he didn't let me or leave me alone, and I know what it is like to be with him, because when he's into you, he's very attentive. He goes all out. He's so romantic. The way he can text you and get your panties wet, the way he's just so romantic just in general. He's super like into you. He makes you feel like he is going to do anything he can to level up your life. You know, like, he does what he needs to do. Oh my God. He can sell a fucking dream. And then because
he should have held him.
He's funny, he's charming, and all of these things, it's kind of like it's once you're swarped by him. It's bad. Like, it's so bad because he has that.
From both of them to be from New York, especially Eric. Ain't no way. I be saying, let them talk. Let them show. They want to see how far you. Let me see. You should have made him. And they said she should have made him wait a whole year and still played the same game. You wouldn't have left nowhere. You wouldn't have left nowhere at all. That's just me. We probably would hear the bad stuff now, but he would have known how far to take it with her.
Gift.
But just like he been trying to sleep with a model for the whole past 2 to 3 years, she ain't let him hit. She getting them gifts, but he ain't hit.
It's a gift he has, and he's not using it in a. You know what I mean?
The women that are listening to this that have been through this know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my God, he's so good.
You are preaching to your crowd here.
Good. Like, so it doesn't matter.
And the sex is always fucking phenomenal.
Oh my God.
It's like, out of this
man
world.
devours me and does everything in his power to please me.
Right.
This man will literally beg.
No joke, Sherlock. He wanted to see how far he can take it with you. And then the sex was great. Oh yeah. Of course.
Beg for fluids of me just because he's like, I want all of you.
Yeah.
And as weird as it is.
Told you. I told you. Fluids? He drank your fluid? Come on, girl. Y'all gonna stop playing with that stuff. Trying to tell you. Make a nigga go crazy. I heard stories. You know, talk to your OGs. They gonna tell you.
You see it in his eyes. You're like, okay. And you give in, and then you're like, this is the weirdest shit ever. But this is like, that's how deep he dives into you. And before you know it, you're fucking consumed. And because when it comes to sex, girl, he goes all the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know he
like all the fuck out. To please, that man can like literally.
I just want to know. Everybody hating on Amara because of this woman, but I'm gonna be so honest. Amara ain't never slept with this man. And she still gets stuff. Nikki done slept with this man. He's still hooked on Nikki because Nikki don't take no crap. Her and them other girls are the only women that fell for the okie doke. They fell for it. Nikki and Amara got the sauce. I don't know what they missing.
He can turn probably a butch lesbian straight given the opportunity because he dives deep.
Yeah.
And there's nothing he won't do to satisfy you.
Yeah.
So with all of that, it didn't matter how much shit he did in the past. When he goes after you and when he would go after
Sinks
me,
his claws
all of that shit and I forget about it. And I'm remembering and I'm just indulging in the now.
It's a cycle. It's a vicious
Oh my God, it's a never ending cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because he knows my weaknesses. He also knows, even though he does everything in his power to like please me, cater to me, shower me, he also knows how to trigger.
Right.
And when he's bored, triggers.
Mm.
And
what are
that's
some of your
always
triggers
been
that he attacks?
the up and down. Oh my God. There's a lot that he does to like trigger me. And it's sick because he does it because he knows. So like there's times where I'm just like, why are you doing this to me? Like enough is enough. Like you even X, Y, and Z. Oh, I didn't do that to you. Shit like that.
Oh, that'll
You know
drive
what
me
I'm
into
saying?
a fucking blind rage.
And it's like, he'll deny it.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit here, and I don't see why nobody don't understand this, you get a person to name tag it, you share bodily fluids, like stuff you shouldn't share. That fucks up your judgment, your mind, and your spirit. What do y'all go understand? You're doing little funny stuff, putting funny stuff in spaghetti to make somebody stay. That mess up people's situations.
And then there's times, and it's crazy because
most abusers try to rewrite history.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll do things, right? And then he'll set me off. And this is really the core of it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all did that to each other. Y'all knew exactly what y'all were doing. So guess what? It was playtime. Because y'all, look at what he wanted to see how far he could take it. You want to see how far you could take manipulate him to do what you want him to do. That's one hell of a relationship. I don't want no marriage like that. Ooh, honey.
The non-confrontational confrontational person.
Passive aggressive.
He stirs up so much confrontation, but has this cool, laid back demeanor about it.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll set me off. He'll violate me and disrespect me. I'll go off, and then I'm feeling sorry that I went off.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like I have a right to go off, but because he doesn't, react.
Mm-hmm.
And loves but indulges in the way I react.
Mm-hmm.
He won't react and go crazy, but I will. And then it's me feeling sorry. And then I end up apologizing for things that I shouldn't be apologizing for.
Mm.
And then it's like, it's okay. I know you're hot-headed. I know you're an emotional, what is this thing? I know you're very, you're uncontrolled. You
emotionally
don't know.
Unstable.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're emotionally unstable. And for a while,
they get you so flustered too that like you don't even know your words.
Oh my
I've been in
God.
relationships
and
like
then
that.
for a while, it's like, is it me?
I got into a relationship where I was in a relationship where I had to record what he would say to me in arguments because whenever I would react, he would say, I didn't say that. And I finally got to a point where I was like, yes.
I don't care if man or female, male or female, I'm sorry. That's the best way. Start recording your conversations. Let me tell you something. Sidebar, a little story. I had some situations, family, friends, all that stuff, where I would record the conversations. Oh, you said this and did that, and they would be surprised that it was true.
you did. And I would hit play
Ooh.
and then that was the beginning of the end, because I wouldn't let him manipulate and lie anymore.
Right.
Like, it's really sick what these people
Yeah,
do.
I wish I was smart enough for that.
I just got to a point where I was
I
like,
just wish
motherfucker,
I
I
was
know
smart
I'm
enough
not
for that.
crazy.
Because I would be like, wait, like you did X, Y, and Z. This is why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling.
The thing is, Erica was leading with her emotions, and she's always led with. Excuse me. Erica never led with logic. She always go with her emotions, and sometimes that's why I always tell people control your emotions. Okay, well, let me record this today. You can tell the person all day this is what they did. But then again, you got to think too, they're not going to take that. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, that's not what happened. Oh, no. Yeah, you did. Nobody going to trip off for no reason. You did.
And then he'll be like, well, you have to let it go. And at one point,
no,
he wanted
you don't
us
get to disrespect
he wanted me to get back with him. Like, this man would camp out at my house and in front of my kids beg for me back. That to this day, my daughter's a little confused. She kind of blamed me. Like, you broke up with daddy. That's why I don't have a daddy at my house. And he would literally be on his knees, like, please just take me back.
They
Look
have
at her.
stopped using their kids too. I was used in situations growing up, and I always tell people stop using your kids when y'all fight. It brings a level of like they start to pay attention to things, but it also brings the level of like, how can I say it? They'll start to treat people differently in relationships because they're not understanding what a healthy relationship is. And they saw things. So I always tell people, when you argue, do not do it in front of your children.
Kids, look at our family, please. I'll do whatever it takes. And then he'll go to Sapphire. Sapphire, tell mommy not to break up with me. And she'll just be there like, come on, mommy, let's be, like, he knows all those, like, those times in my living room, how he would literally, and it's sick because even in the video that he used on YouTube, he used with his sister being the fool to film it. There's a clip where he shows my daughter hysterically crying how she doesn't want to come back home to my house. And it's sick because it's like, you know why she's crying.
So
she knows she's not going to see you for a long time because she's used to it already. Therefore, she doesn't want to leave you. Right. She's obsessed with her daddy, and he does not give her an opportunity to really have time with him. So anyway, it's been back and forth of him just for 3 years of him just trying to get back with me on numerous occasions. It's I will start dating. He'll get wind. And next thing you know, it's him sending me videos of him playing with himself, watching our old scenarios. And then it's him pouring his heart out to me. I'm sorry.
Now, Erica. Girls, so what you sent him, Erica? Huh? What did you see him? Because I know you sent some pictures and videos. You can't tell me you didn't. That's how it started.
Sorry. And it's like, I'm talking to someone right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
yeah, I don't give a damn.
I've been trying to move on with my life for a long time. But anytime he finds out that I'm like dating someone, it's him coming back, buying jewelry or, acting like he's coming to pick up the kids. And then for him and then he doesn't leave, you know what I mean? Or, and that's really what it comes down to now that, in May of this year, I had enough. I had enough. I'm the reason why we haven't been together in that way. because the person that I became, okay, there's just so much to unfold with this, but
I think you're doing a great job.
There's just so much to talk about. It's just
people
eating.
need to hear your truth.
I was on a date last year. Oh, let's talk about this. The type of shit I deal with that triggers me. Let's go back to the triggering part. He was using this Miami girl character for a storyline, which he confessed he only did because he wanted to prove to me that he didn't need me to be on Love and Hip Hop. So anyway, he decides to kind of fake like this Miami girl character that's on Miami, Love and Hip Hop Miami. And at that time, he was about 6 months behind purposely in paying child support. Now, mind you, I'm still on Love and Hip Hop at this point, but I have the kids. He's on Love and Hip Hop in Miami, and he's only 30 minutes away. He wasn't using his weekly parenting time, and he was months, at least at this time, he was like.
I wonder how that worked because, okay, now geography, because I have lived in Atlanta and now to Florida, because I am from there back and forth, is 6 to 8 hours driving in an hour and 30 minutes, or 30 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes flight. So I wonder how that worked for her, because if she's still doing Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she must have still had the house in Atlanta, because they had a house in Sandy Springs before y'all broke it into. Now, I'm not sure if she moved to Miami after that home situation, but I think she did. I think that she kept the house in Sandy Springs, or they were figuring out what to do with that house, and then she had another home in Miami or something. Excuse me, with Miami, because she wasn't on Miami. Excuse me, y'all. And he had another home in Miami. So I wonder how did that go, because she would never cross over to Miami. But you know what's so weird? And I wish Dumb Blonde would have asked her this. She never crossed over to Miami when half of her colleagues, I don't know, Princess Love or Ray J, around that same time was on Miami. They're on Miami now. I'm trying to think who all was from New York or Miami. I know Yandy is on Atlanta. Chrissy did live, I think Chrissy still stayed in Miami. I wonder how that worked.
Like 6 months behind on paying child support. Anywho, I'm thugging it. I'm flying with the kids to and from my from Miami to Atlanta to film and you know, kind of do what I'm contractually binded to do.
Right.
Next thing you know, it goes viral. He's buying this chick's kids Rolexes. He's literally deliberately buying another man's children Rolexes.
Now, he did buy them kids allegedly Rolexes, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he brought them. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think he brought them. I think that the producers brought them. Or Amada brought them, and then producers told him to do it. She know how this TV thing works. I don't think he legally brought them. I don't see you buying people kids Rolexes when you ain't still getting cheeks. Now, it's like I said before, and I don't know, because some men, you know, they'll sit here, whatever. When they trying to get the cheeks, they go extra extreme now. But something tells me I don't think he brought their Rolexes. I've said that. I don't think he did. If he did, he really been trying to get them cheeks, and he still ain't got them. If he did get them, they're probably rented.
And has this whole they have this whole drawn out birthday party for these kids, right?
First of all, Amara had them twins a birthday party for that Erica. Let me clear that up too. Erica, he didn't pay for those birthdays. She paid for those. Everything that she did for those girls since they came out, meaning the house in the DR, the properties in Miami in the DR, her name and her business in the DR that helped home in the DR are after her daughters. She has money set for those twin girls. She paid for that birthday party. Safari did not pay for nothing at that birthday party. Alan pitched in with a little bit here and there, but Safari did not pay nothing because Alan said he was still going to pay. Because he was still going to pay because those were his kids.
Right? Mind you, this man is 6 months, right, behind on child support. Hasn't seen the kids, is indulging in this whole storyline that he even admitted he was just doing so that he can prove that he didn't need me to be on Love and Hip Hop in
Which
general.
he also said that they've never even had sex, right?
Girl, that whole, like, I don't know who's worse, him or her, when it comes to that whole scenario. Like, she's just as desperate as he is, because
Right.
I'd be damned if a man who doesn't even have real intentions for me is going to be using my kids as some I don't even know what you call it, but it's sick on her part.
Pawns
Yeah,
in
like
a game.
pawns. Like,
Mhm.
as a mom, you're allowing your kids' first birthday to be a staged scenario so that it could look like this man is about you, when really, in reality, isn't attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
anyway. So it goes viral. Of course I'm gonna say something. You haven't seen your kids in how much, and you're purposely not paying your child support on time to spite me, to financially, be an asshole is what you're trying to do.
Right.
So things like that, he does to trigger me.
Right. I'm just saying, I don't understand how people can't see that he's poking the bear.
And even when I was pregnant, he was dating the To Me version of me, right?
Mhm.
For Valentine's Day, he fills up this girl's small little party.
But yeah, like she throwing shade to Amara, but here's the thing though. She tried to mess up Amara's career. That's why she stopped dealing with Safari, because she sucked into the blogs. Now Amara was doing great. She had, once she stopped messing with Safari, she was still on her shows, views started going up, stuff like that. But at the time, they was already divorced. So I don't know why she was sitting here making it seem like, oh, we're still married. They were divorced because they filmed on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Apartment with flowers, the same thing he used to do with me. Didn't bring Pampers. Like, literally, when I filed for divorce, buying Pampers, buying clothes, none of this was being done. So when you know your kid's father financially can buy extravagant gifts for these random women after you just had 2 of his kids back to back, and he doesn't even drop off a box of Pampers, who in their right mind is not going to put that on child support? That's the reason why Safari is on child support. Because when I filed for divorce, he never once thought for a second, let me drop off Pampers, let me see if the kids need clothes, what do the kids need in general? Never asked what these kids needed.
Right.
So I knew if it was like this already, it was going to get worse. And it did. So therefore, when it was time to finalize our divorce, I made it mandatory that child support was implemented. My first kid father wasn't on child support, but he also did what the fuck he had to do.
But which is not a bad thing. That's why child support is implemented.
That's strange she say that. Listen, I'm not downplaying her experience. Like I say, he ain't shit, she ain't shit either. They use kids. It's funny she say that because she did downplay the first baby father. Is she only speaking highly of him right now? Is because that man is deceased. She did downplay that man a lot. Child support or not. The reason why she could never stick on him to not do enough for the kids is because he didn't want to deal with Erica in that way. So majority of the time, Erica did not have her son. The father, his son's father and the grandmother had the child. She spoke on this on Love and Hip Hop a lot. Erica did not have him like that. Now, when I used to see Erica have him, she would take him out the country with her son, but she was making money off Snapchat. I guess she ain't making money off Snapchat no more like that. But when Erica had her Snapchat, Erica had that baby out in the country. This boy went to Japan for his 10th birthday. She did a lot of stuff with him. But then when men came into play, a lot of stuff had stopped. So he would go to his father's side of the family house. So if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop when it first started with New York, when Erica was on there and go straight on out, Erica's story is played out a lot. Even when she was on the Kardashians, when she was living in LA, she didn't have her son then either. She was in LA trying to make her dreams come true, and then she got pulled into Love and Hip Hop.
Committed in the court system.
Yeah, but at the same time, if this man, fuck if we're together or not.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are your kids.
Right.
If he was riding for these kids the way he rides for whatever woman he's fucking on for the moment, we would be so good. Because regardless of what there are baby mamas out there that don't have to talk shit or say anything about their baby daddies. Why? Because they do what the fuck they have to do. There are baby mamas that live a good life of not.
Hold on, baby. That ain't all true. Let me tell you something. I've been talking about it for a while. I don't hear y'all know my channel. Y'all know. We have seen the fall of bad baby mothers that are bitter. When the baby daddies ain't doing nothing, they got the baby daddies that's gonna do something, baby. We done seen it. I don't talk about it. Hold on, Erica. That ain't all true, boy. Hold on, because I talked about it. Okay? Give them men hell.
Having to talk ill on their baby daddies whatsoever because these men are doing what they have to do. Not all, but a lot of them do.
I don't consider you talking ill. You're telling the truth. So are you not allowed to speak your truth?
And that's
in
what
order
it's
to
been.
save his reputation?
And that's what it's been. And that's why so like a crock of shit how everyone's like, oh, he's been quiet for so long. He's been quiet for so long because he cannot deny anything I have said about him. Up until him randomly now having this new YouTuber found urge where he can edit shit that he started and stirred up. You know what I'm saying?
And let's talk about these videos. Can we bring up these videos, Mimi, that we have of Erica climbing over the fence? That's my girl. Climbing over the fence. And then also like trying to get into his house. And then the only thing I didn't agree with in here, and I understand that this is where your rage is coming from, is the babies are seeing all of this. You know?
That one, yes.
So
let's break this down.
Yeah. What's happening in this clip right here?
Okay, so pause because I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Keep that there because I want to show you. I want to tell you this goes along with the climbing the fence. So anyway, that first initial video, I had went to his house to pick up the kids. I had just came back from a work trip. Came to pick up the kids.
So the work trip was her getting that dating show. That was the work trip. Because remember, she had just got kicked off around that time. That was the work, because she was talking about it because she was hanging out with Jocelyn, doing Jocelyn stuff that Jocelyn had going on the show. We're not going like she was. Because I believe this got posted for this year. I think it was this year that all of that happened. But that's what it was. Another thing is what I didn't like about her was she doing all of that in front of children instead of being like, we finna go. Grab the kids and go. Then she could have just did it like that. She ain't have to say nothing, do nothing, throw no glass or anything.
Prior to getting there, he was telling me how he finally had some money for me. So at one of the moments of him trying to get back with me, he came up with this idea of putting the kids in some type of schooling daycare, right? So that we could have more time together to fix things and build on us without the kids being around.
She ain't lying, that's true.
I fell for it. So I did my homework and I ended up finding a Montessori school. Me and him went to the Montessori school, checked it out together. The lady told us how much it cost. He agreed to take on that expense. Come time to pay this school, Safari had the nerve to tell me, I paid child support, take it out of that. So here I am now, left with this newfound expense that I wasn't
prepared
to take on. But this is the route you want to go, you fucking cheap motherfucker, no problem. Oh, you pay for it in child support? Mind you, I'm not even give the breakdown of that. But anyway, cool.
No, please do. Spare us no detail, please.
So anyway, I've been taking on this new expense of the kids going to this Montessori school on my own after he told me he would take this on. Now he did this because this is around the time, like when it was time for him to pay up, I wasn't trying to fuck on him. So anytime I'm not trying to fuck on him, anything he said he was going to do, he ain't doing. Him seeing the kids is not even a question. Like, if I'm not trying to fuck on him or ignore what he did and kind of, go with the flow and just act like we're getting back together, that's always his MO. He won't do anything extra outside of child support, and he's damn sure not picking up these kids. That's just what it's been from the jump. So anyway, I get to the house and he's telling me, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, what is it? And he tells me he has the money for the school. I get there. I did take a nap, right? Because I live like 30, 40 minutes away. Mind you, just like I said, I just landed. I'm exhausted, so I take a little nap. I get up, and next thing you know, he tells me he wants to talk. I'm like, okay, let's talk. He found out that I had a guy that I was hanging out with when I was on my work trip. So his initial was like, oh, so this is what we're doing? Like, I'm over here with the kids and I'm trying to make things better. And I'm just like, we're not.
The call is coming from inside the house,
really
Safari.
So anyway, I'm like, so
how does it feel?
I'm like, leave me alone. So anyway, he starts to get in his feelings, and then he goes, you know what? Why don't you ask him to give you the money? I was going to give you the money.
Oh God.
That started the argument. And then from there, him saying other nasty shit. So that initial, sadly, whatever, was...
And they just happened to be recording at this moment.
Well, he has cameras in his house.
Okay.
What are the coincidences that now he wants to fuck with me and provoke me while I'm at his house, right?
Right.
So he starts to, say how he's not paying for it. And at that point, I'm not going to lie. I'm carrying this expense that I did not inquire. Now, mind you, that was this in May. Got fired from.
Now, this is what I disagreed with, because she claimed that Safari got her fired and started fabricating stories. The funny thing is, she was wrong, because there was a recording that Spice heard, and she wasn't the only person that heard it, where Erica was saying, you care more about her than you do me.
And gossiping to me about another cast member. Me and that cast member got into it. I said something that
My bad. Once you hit the mark, it does that. Hold on, I gotta text my son. Give me a moment. We're gonna go back into it, because, yeah. Oh, my nail. Don't break them. I already broke 1. I'm not trying to break another.
year. This is this year.
You're also carrying years of just hurt.
Yeah,
and
but my
pain.
whole thing is, I just lost my job.
Yeah.
One of my main incomes. You owe me this money because you're the one that wanted to put them into this facility.
Right.
You literally are in your feelings every time.
That's what basically happened. So it got word back to her producers, found out that they had some beef because she said Erica was basically, Spice said, she didn't even apologize to Spice, said take no note of thing. She did say that because it was out there. And she was still messing with Safari at the time. So everybody was blaming Spice. What Spice said was not wrong. She did not target Erica's child. She was targeting her parenting. And for people to say, oh, that was wrong, no, she was right. Because if you my friend, I'm gonna say something about your parenting, you gonna fight me because I'm saying I don't like how you parent. That's basically what she's saying. We haven't seen Erica's son since he was 10 years old. I haven't either because, like I said, she was making money off Snapchat. Erica's son did not want to be in a wedding, and he did not want to live with her because every time he lived with her, it was always drama with men. That's what Erica's son said. She even heard that about Erica's son. The blogs had it. So I don't understand, why would you call her Blue Monkey? You call her that because the attention and affection that she wanted from Safari, she was not getting. Spade is spade.
I don't want to fuck on you. So you refused to give me the money that you said you would pay for these kids. So now I'm taking on an expense that I wasn't prepared for. And I just lost my job because of you. Now here I am at the house to pick up the kids. You get when I'm talking to someone or I was with someone the night before. Now you're saying you're not giving me the money you owe me.
Right.
I'm off.
Yeah.
I am ticked off. So I'm telling him, I'm like, explain to me explain to me why you're not going to give me this money. You're the reason why, da-da-da. So I want answers. He's Mr. Not confrontation. He knew telling me that he wasn't going to give me that money was going to set me off. He knew that.
And then for him
and
to
it did.
act.
So what did he do? He was going to call the cops on me. So what you see there is me. First of all, I'm pissed off. You owe me that money. You owe me that money. It's a good 10 bands that you owe me. Okay. He still owes me that money to this day. But
I'm going to say this, and I want y'all to always listen to this. I always say stuff is court documented. Okay. Now, if he owed her that in child support, 9 times out of 10, now that he's in Florida, Georgia's a little different. I think Georgia is not lenient either. But now that he is in Florida, he won't have a license. And if he's driving, and he's been driving, we're not going to act like he hasn't. He hasn't had his license when the registrations will be revoked. And he will be stopped by the police and then been taken into jail for unpaid child support until he goes to court. There are documents. So I don't think he's not paying child support. He's not paying what she wants him to pay. Keyword, he's not paying what she wants him to pay. Even Peach even said it. In order for him, his license, because she know because Wood don't pay his child support. She basically said you could pay $5 for 7 consecutive days. This is what Peach said. She's not lying. I know this for a fact. And the license won't get suspended. Now, if he had bad child support, they will try to see what they can get him on. He will have to go to court. License will be suspended. Registration taken away. Things of that. And he'll have to figure out some things with child support. So don't let her tell y'all this and that. There's always court documentation. And I have to remind myself as well, even when we talked about the Paloma situation, there's always court documentation. Just like with the Jaguar, right? There's always court documentation. If these people don't have court documentation of what they're saying, then you know the truth. So don't let nobody tell you nothing else. Court documentation proof.
Anyway. And it's even more now because it's been that long. So you tell me you're going to pay me this money. Mind you, this man has no problem buying himself jewelry. This man has no problem buying random women that he's sleeping
He
with
just bought
jewelry.
Selena Powell jewelry.
Did he?
On his YouTube. I just saw, I mean, I didn't watch the
Nah, baby, that's an L. Why would you buy the whole? We're speaking of Safari. Never mind.
video because I wasn't giving him the views, but that's the title of his. She said, let me not
Sit. No, I don't even care. I mean, at this point, I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
Like just a couple of months ago, he gifted the Miami girl a necklace, and I only seen that because that.
Erica, you've been paying you. Let me tell you something. Since this came out, Erica has been calling. Let me tell you what Erica been doing to Amara. Okay, she's been making sure she's been getting bad reps in business. The girl name is Amara, Erica. She can call you that girl. The girl has been paying you dust. You've been trying to get producers to get this girl a bad thing, especially with her baby daddy. Erica has even tried to get people to not work with Amara behind the scenes on Safari. You care. Stop saying you don't care.
Was viral.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's sick. It's like, so this particular video, like I said, he taunted me with this money, then says he's not going to pay for it. Then I'm asking him to explain to me why. He starts to, call the cops. I'm just over it, B. And yes, that was completely wrong of me. And I take accountability for that. And that's the first and only time that has ever happened in front of my kids, which is why my kids literally followed me out.
Yeah.
They're not scared of me. They've never seen me ever act like that in front of them. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. It's never been that way. And how he's trying to make it seem like this happened. Never. My kids are proof that they have never been around that and in any kind of way.
Right.
Did I lose my shit? Absolutely. Because enough is enough. Yeah. You're literally, you're the reason why I lost my job. And here you are owing me all this money for something you inquired about. And this was your idea to put them into the school. You said you were going to pay for it. And because I'm not fucking on you the way and going about things the way you want it to be, now you don't want to pay what you said you were going to pay.
Right.
So it set me the fuck off. And then him having the nerve, now you want to call the cops on me? You want to call the cops on me? And I have a video where I'm filming him myself. So what you see there is I'm not putting my hands on, I'm trying to get the phone from him so I could speak to the cops myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. But you know what's so crazy and sick about it all is a week after that happened, guess who's calling me again? Begging to be back with me. And once again, sending me videos of him playing with himself, watching videos of us that he has, how much he misses me. So a week after that happened, the sick bastard was back trying to get back with me.
What is it with him whacking off in videos?
If you've ever dealt with this man,
I don't think I would
in any kind of way, every girl that's ever dealt with him gets those videos.
The point of him doing that is he's doing a bonding thing. And I don't think it's like what they said it is when they do stuff like that. And I believe she did it too. It's like a bonded soul tie to each other. So I believe she sucked some things too. She's just going to say what she got, but she sucked them too. Hence, she know he like her boobs. Her boobs are out. Her thighs are out. She know he's going to see this. Look at how she dressed. She's not crazy. She know. So I believe they both do it to each other. And it's like a soul tie. That's why they can't get rid of each other. We're going to forever see these interviews until they get back together.
Videos. And I know that because on Love and Hip Hop Miami, I seen a clip one time. The girl is outing him in front of the chick.
Oh no!
Talking about he sent me this video of him jerking himself, and I'm like,
he's just a whack-a-mole.
He loves video. He loves
He loves himself.
He loves recording himself oiled up.
Oh. The
And
visual.
He's oiled up.
You gotta just smile and girl, she sitting over there reminiscing. Erica, stop playing. We the people won't judge you if you take him back. We just don't want to hear you with these rants, and we know you were still messing with him, and you still gonna take him back. We the people, we don't want to hear nothing else. Okay?
No.
Abs out.
No.
And for days. It's his thing. So any woman, and I know
Safari.
any woman that's ever dealt with him.
Does he have the fur coat on? That's all I want to know. And
You
any
know,
of them.
I've never received them with fur coats, but maybe
Okay.
another woman has. But that's just his MO. But with me in particular, it would be his laptop open with videos of me that I've even sent him in the past, you know, because he's like, he's one of those people like, loves my tits. So it's like, send me a video with your tits and your tongue out.
Imagine
And-
how many other girls' videos he has like that.
Oh, I know. First of all, he has cameras all over his house so that any woman he sleeps with now, he has on camera.
Oh, gosh.
It's just an automatic MO.
Isn't that that's a charge, isn't it?
I mean, well, if you ever go to his house and you're busting it open, just know there's cameras. I mean, he can legally have cameras in his house.
Yeah, absolutely. But
so that's how he probably gets away with it. But I mean, there's even been times
up.
Yeah, oiled up.
And stroking
a week later, mind you, I'm on vacation. I'm in Tulum, living my best life, and I fall for it again.
Erica, what the fuck? Okay, listen, I could blame him for some stuff, but now I'm gonna start holding
You know why?
accountable, baby.
He is so good.
This man has got you fired from your jobs. He has made you look like a fucking fool numerous times. What? And you just keep going back.
Because it's the way he pours his heart out. And it's like, even though he at this point, I know he has no heart, and it's still, you know what it is too? It's like, I didn't have these kids to be by myself. I've already been down that road.
Yeah.
So I think for a while up until May, where I got, and I'll get into that, where I actually was just like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
I still had hope that he would just get his shit together.
That he would change. You thought
that
you
he
could
would
change. I get that. All of us women get
Oh
that.
my God. It's like we are so like our connection. Look what he was talking to a fucking cake. Claiming that our connection was that, because it was that deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when a man devours you and your fluids and everything that comes with you, it's like, how can you not believe it?
Yeah.
I done seen this man do and drink and everything of me. How can I not believe him? Right? Is that TMI?
You genuinely love him.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Are you
So
in
that
are
video
you
is like,
still- are you still in love with Safari?
no.
Yes.
Do you have love for him?
She still love that man. Because this interview would never happen. She still loves this man. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She still love that man. It's okay. And he still love her too. It's up to them. It's okay. If she didn't love him, we wouldn't have this interview. We'll be discussing her dating show that she should be promoting, that should be coming out soon because the trailer just got released a week ago. I'm just saying.
Okay. I don't have love for him anymore, and here's why. In May, after that whole thing happened,
She still do. And listen to the narrative that she gave about why. Because the competition will explain, and I'll say how I feel.
a week goes by. He's coming back. I come back from Tulum, and I indulge in him. And this is all in May now. 2 days later, I get a call from one of his friends. Well, actually a DM. And they asked me to call them. And it's actually a friend that he hangs out with to this day in Florida.
Okay.
And they called me with pure intentions. And I say this because this person is very close to him now. And this person is a stand-up guy. Doesn't get into the mess. But he's a good guy. You can tell because of the way he moves, how he is with his own family, so on and so forth. And he reached out to me and said, listen, I think it's fair that you know, because I don't think it's fair what is being done. And I'm like, what's going on?
Lord.
I know he's been trying to get back with you, and he's been telling me that this time is for real. And that he really, and I've been vouching for him, like with it. Like, I think he should make things right for him. But now I'm getting nervous, and I feel like you should know before you get caught up again. And I'm like, getting nervous about what? So apparently he started bragging to this particular friend that he met this 20-year-old girl that he's very interested in because, quote unquote, she doesn't know who he is. And that because she's not in the industry, it will be easy for him to kind of tell her what he wants her to know and still be able to do what he wants to do. And Bunny, I instantly became so disgusted. It was the reality check that I needed after all this time. And what's so sick about it is that no matter, after everything this fucking man put me through, it was the fact that I am now being informed that this man is now going after girls that are the same age as his niece, his baby niece.
And
you are
in
a
his 40s.
43-year-old man. And now you're going after this 20-year-old girl because you know she doesn't know no better. And because what? You can now manipulate her because she's not in the industry.
That's why she wants to take her back, because the competition has ran stale, honey. He got a young girl. Let me tell you something. She can sit here and say easy to manipulate, but Erica, we don't start. You got manipulated on TV playing times. Stop judging that girl. Another thing, these 20-year-olds are getting hooked on the game. Okay? See, some of us got hooked on the game too, but we didn't listen. We listened now. We didn't listen, but we started to listen. But now that they're 20, they're learning some things in the game. Okay? So don't act like she's not sitting here getting advice from women online, telling her how to coop this man up in his coin. He's a giver. They're going to tell her what to do because he's a giver. And she going to want their bag. Okay? Erica, I need you to get it together. You know, you feel like, oh, she's 20, I can't compete with no woman. I'm about 40 years old. Baby, all you got to say is come home. And I bet you he'll come home and stip your regulations and rules. I bet you he'll dump her and everybody else, child. Erica, all you got to say is you want him to come home. All this been a game and a ploy because you won't say you want him to come home when you know you want him to come home. Why she don't choose nobody off that Zoo show? I guarantee you she ain't gonna choose nobody.
Industry, so what? That means you could tell her whatever it is you want to tell her. She'll believe you. And she'll play her position if she's into you enough, or if you love bomb her enough, and you could still do what you have to do. So that means basically you're here trying to, quote unquote, every other week trying to get your family back. But you also now have this agenda to go after a girl that doesn't know no better. A 20-year-old girl. You know what that means? That means, look what he did to me, and I'm in my 30s. I can't even imagine what he's about to do to a girl that's in her 20s that doesn't.
He might do worse, but if that girl got folks in her corner that's telling her the game how to do with this man, what's going to piss you off is she's not going to be done how you were done. Like I said, she worried about that girl. All she gotta do is send it in and come home.
I don't know any better. Right then and there, I got sick to my stomach and I realized that the person that I became in that very moment has to change everything moving forward. Like I'm the change. Like I am the one that's like, in order for this, because there's no changing him. All he's going to do is break me apart, keep setting me off, using the fact that I love him to the core to chip away at me, to make me feel like there's something wrong with me every chance he gets. And that all he cares about is his next victim.
Mm.
And now there's no limits because now you're going after a girl that just started life. She has no idea. At 20 years old, she has no idea what your kind is. And I just became sick because it was like he has a niece that he has been around for, you know, a baby niece that is the same age as this girl that now he was bragging that he's going to be pursuing.
Mm.
And that's when I realized, I'm like, this is first not going to get any better. Two, he does need help. And the help that he needs, I'm not sticking around. I have to help myself now to get over this and do what I have to do for these two babies. On top of that, I have a daughter. So does he. You know what it made me think about? Like, imagine some guy going after my daughter at 20 years old because she's not in the industry and she won't know any better.
Mm.
So this friend actually saved my life.
Shout out to the homie.
Shout outs to the homie. And he still rolls with him to this day. This is the first time. I'm sorry if I try to be selective in my words so he won't know who you are, but he put me onto game. He's like, he's going after this 20-year-old girl. And it's funny because not too long ago.
That's embarrassing for me, for her, because Erica, you've been with this man for that long, and now it's to put you on game. It wasn't about the game with Erica. Erica is, you're gonna hit when I say this, ain't got nothing against Peach, but it's being honest. A high level Peach McIntyre or a high level Liv, it don't matter if we go back and forth with the toxic, as long as I get to have him in my back pocket, I'm cool. That's Erica. It don't matter. As long as I get to play it how I want to play with it, I'm good. And there's women that are like that. And some women are just like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. You do what you do. I do what I do. Leave me alone. Nobody wants to have that in their back pocket anymore because that's a dangerous type of love. And I want to share something else with y'all before I leave because I know this live is very long. But nobody want to have that in that back pocket of love, of toxic. That's toxicity, that's love. That's a very toxic relationship. And that happens when two narcissists come together or two toxic beings come together and they don't know the simple of a healthy love affair or how to have a healthy level of communication and how to love properly. So, I mean, we saw her background and his background. They're kind of the same total opposites, but they still grew up to be narcissists in a way, which is very, very sad. And now their children are being used as ploys for this situation. And I feel like the children, they will have the kids play against each parent, which is not going to be good. It's not.
I was tagged in a blog where you see him pulling this young girl that looks like she's 15.
Mm.
It could be the 20-year-old. I'm guessing it is because that was in May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, it probably is her. But she looks like a child. A child. And in my mind, I'm like, not only is this like you're perverted, you're fucking sick.
Well, I think that might
have time. Yeah, it's like
that might trigger your childhood trauma also because
that might have been what fucking
What happened to you?
Oh my god! When I
She met her son, from what she told everybody. This is what she told us. She met her son father when she was young. And from what she was telling people, he used to put the hands and paws on her. And she had to figure out how to get out of that. Her mother, her and her mom didn't have a great relationship like that because her mother and was in prison when she had her. And they've been working on their relationship. I think her mom just got home not too long ago, a couple of years ago, somewhere around there. They've been working on that relationship. What she's saying is her sees the oldest son father used to put the hands and paws on Erica, and she had to get away from him. That's what she said. Okay.
Checking on.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. We're gonna get into something else. Um, what the heck they just did? Okay, I'm back. I took the screen share off for that. We're done with that. It's something else I want to share with you guys. I know you guys probably heard about the young lady that got set on fire. She's still alive in North Carolina. There are some updates about what happened and transpired with this young lady. Jesus Christ, it's crazy. Hold on. Um, let me see. Hold on. She was set on fire walking to the store in North Carolina. And the things that has came out is crazy. I want to share a little bit. Hold on. Ooh, what's that? Mhm. Okay, let me go to this real quick. Can see if I can find it. Hold on one moment. Where is I might have to type in the young lady name because I want to share this with y'all. Hold on. It was brought to my attention as I was scrolling and we was talking about the interview. Um, it says 20-year-old woman was set on fire. 28-year-old. Go to her mom's page There she go. So the mother name is India Berryman. Okay, we're gonna talk about the daughter. Um, I think the daughter name is Tiana McIntyre. So North Carolina the Beat has shout out to North Carolina Beat, and I know I didn't put this up here. As we talk about this, we're gonna end this live. So it says the North Carolina Beat has learned a man accusing setting his girlfriend on fire outside a Dollar General in Sanford on December 16th is reportedly also the father of her sister's child. She said, I had to read about 5 times before I actually accepted what was said. Because when the Tyler Perry is going on, I'm assuming because that's exactly who's going to make this movie. Okay. So we're going to go to the comments. I think this is where people are commenting. He has a child with her sister, the young lady that was set on fire. It's crazy. I believe they called him. She is doing okay. They said she had 75% burns on her body. So she's fine. She's fighting for her life. We're going to send prayers her way. But she had 75%. Okay, somebody said, no, for real, because why the F messing with that man that was messy from jump, still praying for recovery, but girl, you knew better. Girl, the folks mad at us, I'm going to let them have it, praying for the girl. It ain't her fault. It ain't my fault. But hey, why did he set her on fire? And someone said it ain't y'all fault. His double that is because he say what he did it yet. We F the city up, I guess. I don't know who these people are. They say show then ain't even mean no harm. I was just wondering. It was gonna come out regardless. It's nobody's fault. Everybody knew everybody around here. I didn't even mean to, but folks like the truth and I'd rather live in a lie. I don't think it was him who did it. Not saying I hope it was, but if it was, I feel safer walking or it was personal and not random. I mean, for real, I had started telling my friends, don't y'all be nowhere walking by yourself. I've been riding on a gun on my seat on my purse. I've been telling people to ride with stuff too. Let's see. So I guess they went and told him what happened. And she said, by the way, it's not just Sanford. Y'all love to put titles on places when it's people. And another thing, quit thinking, picking and choosing what the folks can say or justify who can say what. And when they say it, this is social media. The story was put out. It was put out for the people to investigate. Well, just like y'all went up about the sheriff being wrong and the whole time he was right. Sensitive or insensitive facts will remains unheard of. Okay, and now this time I thought it was 3 unknown suspects. Whole time it was her boyfriend. Now I need to hear the other side of the story. I thought this was her mom. This somebody else, y'all. My bad. So Harnett County charged man with setting his girlfriend on fire on Friday, December 27th. Investigators with the Harnett County arrest Jamie Razar Griffin, 23, on charges of attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, in domestic violence. Let's see. So basically, they saying, "Hey, we all know each other." That's not true. That's not what happened. So they contacted North Carolina to be, and they're saying, hey, this is happening everywhere. Listen, I don't know. I send my prayers to the girl. If I say that was her mom, I apologize. It's not. But that's what everybody has been talking about. To all my subscribers, can y'all please be careful? Please, please, please be mindful. Be careful out here. There's a lot of things going on. I'm going to try to get more information on that story. I'll probably talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to come live in the morning and we're gonna talk about, because it's going on 3 hours. We're not gonna continue to do this. We're gonna go back to the saga, and we're gonna talk about how Miss Felicia, Jenny, and Miss Nate has fallen out, and how 2K got involved. So I will see you guys in the morning. I will be back on here at a certain time. I'm gonna set it up. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna screen share. I'm gonna try to get a thumbnail together for it. Child, it's a mess. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy your day. This is the longest live I ever did. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me get the outro going. So we can go out. Later, y'all.